If everybody, do you guys want to do introductions, or do we want to just hop right into it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yet again, I have the option here. Does anybody want to do a recap of the last session, or would you prefer that I do it?
You can
Go ahead.
Lundy,
You got it.
take
You're good at it.
Yeah, I'm good at it.
Also, I don't remember
That's
what
a good
happened.
excuse. I'm reminded of the Aesop fable about the so last session was pretty intense. The group had been contracted by a traveling bard named Jacoby to go and contact a farm, figure out why that farm hadn't been in communication with the capital for a while. When they got there, they noticed that there were a group of strange creatures, in which they confronted the creatures after Shacklestein failed to sneak up on them, to listen in on them. And the creatures then shouted hurtful racial insults towards Beast Boy. And this resulted in 3 of them being outright murdered, while the last was interrogated for information. After interrogating the last one, there was a brief debate over whether or not they should keep him as a slave before he was murdered. And the group continued on the path that they were directed to after as a result of the interrogation. The group got into a huge fight with all of the different guardians, as it were, of the shaman who was directing all the different creatures that they found out were kobolds. And the creatures themselves were a mix of kobolds and animated skeletons. During the fight, unfortunately, Flim-flam did go down briefly, but thankfully he was saved last moment by one of the 2 healing potions that was used, both of which were the only healing potions that the party had. So lucky there. They then continued on and found the shaman at a weird ritual circle where they found the bones of a wide variety of different creatures. And the circle itself appeared to summon the image of some great giant creature that proceeded to announce his incoming return to the world to the group, as well as eat the shaman for fun. The group then returned, and they found Jacoby was regaling the inn with the swirling swallow that they were staying at with a song.
Jacoby made a mistake.
And Flim-flam then decided to say, hey, this is my bar. And they had proceeded to have a sing-off, in which Flim-flam not only won, but also earned the group an extra 100 gold on top of the 100 they were already getting for doing the job. They then discussed with Jacoby what exactly they found, and I believe that is where we left off.
Hell yeah.
So, you guys are currently still in the town of Red Larch, and there are a few things still happening before you guys can leave. The orc blacksmith is still currently working on a few item orders for you guys.
God damn.
It's only been a day.
Also, side note, no Name is missing. He is just gone.
You think Train got him?
Oh no! He put out a hit.
Damn, squad that beat fucking rolls the team.
I'm counting 5. That should be right.
No, I
He
mean,
just like up in his
IRL.
chair.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's gone. So before you guys do end up going back to the capital, would you guys like to wait a little while before the order's done, pick that up, and then proceed?
Yeah, I think so. I think we want to get
I'm
to
in
the
no rush.
crap.
All right. So you guys end up staying in town for a few days, rest up after the rather intense battle that you guys already had. And after a few days, you are approached by the orc blacksmith once more, and he presents each of you with the items that he was commissioned to make, including a suit of studded leather armor, who I don't know who that was for. I know it was ordered. I think Shacklestein ordered it. I don't know if he wanted to wear it himself or give it to somebody.
No, that's for me.
Okay. As well as a khopesh, a long sword that sort of that looks very much like a scythe in the way that it's designed, but is much
Scimitar,
more
you mean?
useful. No, it's a khopesh.
Oh,
is what
yeah.
it's called.
Damn.
and that has been given to Noname, and he presents Flim-flam with a new and improved axe.
Yes.
With a double meaning. The axe that he presents is a metallic wonder with several strings in it, just like a regular lute, but going all the way down the hilt to the hilt, and each one is also made of metal. The axe head itself is an actual axe head. And when he gives it to you, Flim-flam, he says, "Now look, this can be used as a weapon, but I don't recommend trying to play it at the same time."
Oh my gosh. I take it from the orc blacksmith. I look it over. "I shall call her Mandy, and together we shall rock." And then I profoundly look at the orc blacksmith and I go, "Thank you. You've made my dreams come true. This is step one on a long path to igniting all the world with my rock. Thank you."
Well, good luck on that. I'm not quite certain why you needed to be combat capable in order to do so, but I suppose that's on you.
Thank you, orc blacksmith.
The name is Ungok, by the way.
Thank you, Ungok.
Is there anything
That's a
else?
tough name.
Wait, where? Ungok, where's my weapon? I was AFK for a second.
Yes, I noticed you were staring off into space there for a second, so I kind of skipped you. But if you're here now, then I can go ahead and present this to you.
Sorry, I was busy thinking about all the conquests that we've done thus far.
We were worried that an adventurer named Trihex had come to your home and snatched you out your chair.
Oh, you mean his mortal enemy, Trihex? He's vowed to kill him.
He presents to you a very long blade that looks very much like a scythe in the way that it's created, and he hands it to you, and he says, "This is what is known as a khopesh. It is very capable of being used as a regular blade. Its main strength, as it were, is getting around someone's shield when they put it up." So he sort of demonstrates a little bit with it. So when they put the shield up, you strike at them with a side slash, and it goes past the shield and strikes them in the shoulder or the side, whichever one you'd like. That's the main strength of it.
It also suspiciously looks like a sickle, but it's actually a sword, giving me the advantages of using a sword, while the aesthetics of using a sickle.
Exactly. That's the basic gist.
I like this.
I'm not sure exactly why you wanted it like that, but I give everyone what they want.
You didn't give me a woman.
The only woman that I have any sort of influence over, I would prefer not to give to anybody.
The pet speaks the truth. I concur.
You're not getting her, so apologies.
Oh no.
Okay.
Don't apologize for not handing off your woman, Tusk brother.
Yes. Well,
we orcs know better than to treat women as our properties. This pet here does not understand that. All women are queens, Beto Virgin. All of them.
Remember to keep the fact that we're together hush hush.
You got it.
Nobody else needs to know that.
Well, then I guess I won't sing the song I wrote about it. I'm a little hurt about that, but anything to help out the orc.
Oh, well, it's just us. You can sing it to us.
No, I can't. I don't want to. No, I'll just...
I don't really think you wrote a song.
Well, he does not perform for free. So if you want to give him some gold and some to me, 10%, then perhaps we can do this. But otherwise,
if he actually wrote a song, I'd like to hear it. I'll give him 10 gold to sing it.
Oh, this is good deal.
8 gold to him, 20 gold to you, 2% to you.
I put the orc blacksmith in danger and his alchemist woman, and after what he's done for me, I could never dare that. Off we go to the capital. Let's not speak about it for one more second.
Good luck to you, my friends.
Flim-flam is correct. Even though he definitely does not have a song ready.
As you guys get to the northern end of the town, Jacoby is there waiting for you, and he looks to you and greets you with a nod. "It's a pleasure to see you all, my friends. I presume that you are ready to go now. The journey is a little long, but we'll have much time to speak."
Yes.
Let's do it.
Well, let's fucking get going.
All right. So you guys end up going on your little trip. And this is the world map. Obviously, most of it's black for you, because you still need to discover most of it. However, if you look in the sort of like middle to the right, you'll see a small little area that you can actually see, because that is where you guys are starting from.
Wait, Lundy, does the map actually take up all the space of the grid? You are incredible, Lundy. You are a fucking madman. I'm so excited. Holy shit.
About pixel, yeah.
All right.
What the fuck?
I'm fucking hyped. Let's go to the capital, baby!
So you guys end up traveling on this road here. And I'm going to use this little spear to sort of represent you guys. Now, the trip does take several days. And during one of the first camping nights, Jacoby sort of looks to all of you and he says, "So I'm not entirely certain how used to camping out as all of you are, but there are a few things to be aware of. One of the things when you're camping out with a large group of friends is that normally you take shifts in watching to make sure that no danger approaches you. Now, with me, you won't have to worry about that." He sort of reaches into his pack and he takes a skull out and he brings a spear outside of his pack as well and sort of puts it outside the campsite. And he says, "That right there is a special little trick that I picked up. If you have the remains of a very powerful creature, then most predators tend to leave you alone. So long as you are with me, you will not have to worry about something like that.
Damn.
But of course, you are not going to always be with me, so just something to bear in mind." And as you guys sort of sit down for camp, he sort of sits next to the fire that he creates, and he says, "So, I must say, I'm very curious about each and every one of you. Who would like to tell me a little bit about themselves, personally speaking, if you don't mind, unless you would like me to start?"
Well, I guess the bard in the group should go ahead and break the ice. My name's Flim-flam. I came from a Dwarvish land, and in that land, my father, Chungus the Brave, is the greatest warrior that the dwarves have ever seen. No way I could compete with his greatness. I decided another path was for me, and that was the path of rock. So I picked up my lute and I made a hit song called "Shake That Dwarf Ass, Baby," and it went triple platinum. But after that song, I went to my father, hoping that he would give me his approval, but he did not. He still resents me for not going down the path of the warrior, so I left my home, the love of my life, and my father to walk into the greater world and rock it, so I can return to my father, Chungus, and say to him, "I am a greater warrior than even you, sir, Chungus the Brave, and they will remember the name Flim-flam the Spectacular."
That sounds like a story that has many chapters yet to write on it. I cannot wait to see the climax of such a thing.
Thank you.
Very interesting indeed. And do you think that it is possible that you will end up accidentally coming back to see him a little earlier than you planned?
I hope not. That would rattle me to my core.
Well, let us hope that fortune smiles upon you.
Thank you.
Would anybody else like to share?
Well, I'm greatly intrigued by my friend Name's pet here, Beto Virgin. Possesses great battle potential, and I'm intrigued to see incel rage come out. So that's why I'm on this journey with everyone right now.
I see. Yeah, very short and sweet and to the point. I like it a lot. It's like a poem almost, but does not rhyme.
Also, if relevant, I'm also a dragonborn druid, as you can tell, with my luscious dragon scales and superior appearance, obviously.
I almost mistook you for one of the lizard people that lives in the southeast. But if you are a dragon, then that is much different.
I'll assume that's a compliment.
Oh, it is merely the fact that I have a very limited interaction with your people. Very isolationist, if I may say so myself. Unfortunate. I would like to meet more like you.
Hmm. Well, I don't think I'm too common these days, so we'll see. At least not any lands around here.
Let's see. Mr. I believe they said your name is Beto Virgin?
That's me.
That's a very unfortunate name. What is...
Why?
Beto. It means something not very nice in the common tongue.
Please explain.
I would prefer to hear from you first, if you do not mind.
Yeah, I'm Beto Virgin. I pretty much just wandered into my big friend here. His name's Noname. And, you know, I'm 29, haven't ever had a woman's touch. And he promised that he'd get that for me. So I've been adventuring with him. And, you know, him and I are pals now. He complains a lot about voices in his head and how everything should be free and everybody should share toothbrushes. And this man he talks about slighted him and killed his family. His name is, I believe, what is his name? Tyler Rex. So, yeah, I think we're going to go after him, Mr. Tyler Rex. He seems to have a big grudge against him.
I've never heard of this Tyler Rex before. He sounds like quite the monster.
Yeah, that he is, I guess.
It is okay. I am but a merciful paladin after all. I might have minor disagreements with Tyler Rex.
Wait, Hassan's paladin voice is my favorite thing ever. Holy shit.
But my main goal is to make sure that our friend Beto here finally loses his virginity. Squad W, as they say.
To score Squad W, yes.
You are a very kind friend to devote yourself so heavily to such a personal pursuit.
I like to help others, whether it be advocating for a system that yields more equitable results for every individual, no matter what color, creed, or ethnic background they may have, or when it comes to redistribution of sex. Seize the means of reproduction, I always say.
Yeah, we need to capture a lady.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I will do a little bit of a favor and not delve too terribly deeply into your philosophy. I feel like I could get you talking all night if I tried. He looks over to Sheckelstein. You are a very mysterious man yourself. Is there anything that you feel comfortable sharing?
I think Sheckelstein's asleep right now.
Unfortunate.
Classic Sheckelstein.
You all say
He
asleep.
definitely needs his beauty sleep.
I've determined him to be uninterested in speaking with you. You have
Dear
failed to
soul.
maintain his attention.
So be it. Not much I can do about that.
Sorry
I will
about
say,
that.
though, that there is a story that I would like to share, considering your zeal, as one might put it, for equality. I think you would very much enjoy this one. Many years ago, there used to be a despot who ruled this entire country. He was a very rude man in many ways, very selfish, did not think of the people, only for himself. When he reached the age of 30, he wanted to have an heir. Unfortunately, he never found a queen that was worthy of him, at least from his eyes. So he started traveling around the entire country. In one small village, he found a lovely young woman, only barely over the age of 18, and declared her to be his new wife. Her response was to kick him in the gonads, and then shove him off his horse, and then run away on it. She then became hunted by the entirety of the kingdom. She did, however, come across many people in her journeys that were willing to fight alongside her, and throughout the years was able to collect a powerful group of people who were willing to help her. Eventually, she led the revolution straight into the doorstep of the palace of the king. When she did, the king revealed himself to be of demonic descent, as it were. The battle itself was very fierce. But her and her entire group managed to succeed in dethroning him. Since then, she has been the ruler of this country. That is our Queen Slensa. And she is very much sympathetic to the idea that everybody needs to be treated a little equally.
Yeah, that chick fucking rules. That story is hype.
I'd love for her to take my virginity.
One of the things that she did, if you're interested in sort of the geopolitics, I suppose, is she gave up much of the power of the queen and decided to create what is known as the Senate, which is supposed to be representative of all the different provinces in the country. That has, unfortunately, created its own set of problems, however. People who are more interested with maintaining their seat in the Senate than actually representing the problems of their people, as it were. I suppose no system is perfect, eh?
No.
Labor is theft.
Mr. Shackleston, I do believe that I have regained your attention. Would you like to share something about yourself?
Well, as you can see, I am much more handsome than Noname over there. I come from.
Wait, I think you should have to roll his look, like how he looks, like 1 through 10, like everybody. I feel like that's fair. If you.
But when have you guys rolled your looks?
That's what I was gonna say.
Charisma check.
Right now.
Are we all
I
supposed to roll
concur.
How handsome we are?
Charisma
1 through
check.
10.
Nah, that's
You
bullshit.
can, if you want to.
Flim-flam
Yeah.
wears makeup, dude. He doesn't.
If you want to know how handsome you are without makeup, you can roll a 1d10 and be a man like me. Okay, I'm a 7. That's pretty good.
What do I press? Well, I'll do it right now.
Just
but
slash
this is
roll
not
1d10.
No,
Roll
that's
space,
I can
1d10.
only get a maximum of 10.
The 10 out of 10.
A 10 out of 10, essentially, what that would be.
I'm not. No.
Roll.
Slash space or slash roll space 1d10. Chat. Why are you so afraid? Perfect. Just
I'm
like
not
in real life.
doing it. No, I'm not doing it. This is bullshit. I'm not doing it.
Why are you afraid?
No.
Go ahead.
This is obviously an
He brought it up.
anti-Tifletic program, and I'm not doing it.
He brought it up, and now he won't roll about it.
I see who's controlling the strings of this system. No.
Ain't no system, dog. You just a 10. You
Wait,
know.
I
You
don't
can't
think
help
your
it.
I don't think your screen shows what I rolled.
Yeah, you rolled
you
more
just
than
Is it that far behind? Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
far
Yeah, it appears that Noname is, at least according to cultural norms,
Perfect 10.
the most perfect human specimen. Well, not
At
human.
least according to cultural norms.
He's a 10, and he has orc in his blood, so that means he's like.
I
Really...
am fucking dead.
Noname.
You're not gonna roll Sheckelstein? You
If
don't
I
want to
may,
know.
if I may inquire you for a second. So you are the pinnacle and the peak of attraction. Is that correct? With your broad shoulders and tall frame and handsome good looks. But it seems here that Beto Virgin's a 7, yet can't get laid. So if a 7 out of 10 can't get laid at age 29, what does it say of everyone else who is 6 and under?
Hey,
Jacoby,
You bring up a really good point, Beast Boy. The reality is a lot of people think that they can't get laid and start blaming the system.
yeah, dude. I mean,
humans
let's be honest. We've only
humans call this incels. A very weird term.
So
I
the scale
understand.
dips into the inverse, where you can not only not get laid, but repel mates galore.
Yes.
Oh.
Exactly. You're catching on, my friend.
I
Quite
see.
perceptive, Beast Boy.
I'm learning.
Yes. A lot of times, including one of the incel kings, and I'm not referring to.
He's referring to Tyler Rex.
No, I'm not referring to Tyler Rex, of course. I was going to refer to a boy by the name of Supreme Gentleman. He himself was a hard 7, and yet his incel rage caused him to do awful things, violent things. And yet he was very fuckable by the standards of most traditional round ears.
Jacoby sort of
Sheckelstein
shrugs.
won't roll. Get that out there. You refuse?
So is,
Well, if he doesn't roll,
so is this
then we
mate
should
repulsion? Is this like a battle tactic? Or why would one desire to want to repel mates? I don't understand. I thought humans were social creatures.
It's not my fault that they don't like me. They're just fucking bitches.
Extraneous
precisely what I
excuses.
Yeah, very unlikable.
You have much to learn, Beto.
In any case, Mr. Shacklestein, before we were sidetracked, you were going to say.
Where do I begin? I come from a very small, not very important heritage, but I have worked my way up the ladder. I was treasurer for a small town, and after becoming treasurer, I meet a nice woman. This woman is, a widow of a very important man, and I marry. And I've just in the shadows a little bit. I've grown my business, and I was out here on business, and I met these men, and that is how we are here today.
It seems as though you're deeply ugly behind the casual cloak that you're wearing. That's the way I'm perceiving you, unless
I will have less comments from you in string puller rigged system. Oh, more popular perhaps.
Unless you could prove to us somehow and reveal your true
So,
form.
quick
show us.
question. Since he refuses to roll, does he just take the average? Does he just take a 5?
Yeah, you would just take a 5.
Are you going to take a 5 or are you going to roll?
Oh, my God.
It almost seems like you're an average-looking lad.
Just very average.
Worse looking than Beto Virgin, mind you.
Would be worse than me.
Mr. Noname, but weren't you saying before that looks don't really mean much if your personality is terrible?
Yeah, but exactly. Except Baron von Steckelstein also does not have a good personality.
He is nothing.
There we go.
You can't roll a 1d20. 1 out of 10.
What did the dice say? Thank you. I am 20 out of 10.
You have to roll a 1d10.
I'm going to still default that to a 10.
But no.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit. You have to give him a 5.
Oh, look at all of Tiefling who
That's bullshit. You have to make him roll the correct dice.
rolled a 20-sided and got 20.
That's
bullshit.
If I may for a second, if I may.
Look at the paladin.
Not here to take sides.
Real quick.
Paladin. I believe that we should be squashing injustice wherever it stands, and right now it seems like this is very unjust.
Oh, let me guess. You think all
terrible behavior?
No. Let me guess. You think all tieflings control system, yes? Well, let me tell you, this was fair dice. I use advantage to do this. You are too stupid man to understand, okay? That's why you stay at 10. I am up here at 20, okay? Let's move on and agree to disagree that you are a very ugly man and I am pinnacle of handsome.
What's the big one?
No, not me.
Just to understand.
I'm not a professional mathematician,
clarify
but let's just say here that getting a perfect 20 is probability-wise lower than getting a perfect 10. Just say.
Wow.
True.
Wow.
Which is essentially my logic as to why I'm defaulting to a 10 without having him to make him roll.
This is unfair.
Now, but he was carried by his personality, not his looks, though.
Bunch of
World is not fair.
So you married a widow and you are out here on business. What sort of business?
I own brothels across country.
I see. I don't imagine that you have very many in this country, considering that they've been outlawed. But
no, perhaps. But if we go to not this capital city, but another large city, Beto Virgin can have one for a slight discount of 10% off on me.
That sounds rather generous from my perspective. At the very least.
I agree. We take 10% too much. I speak in haste. 5% discount seems very.
I must say I've never actually frequented such an establishment, so I would not know what the average price is anyway.
Well, soon. Perhaps, you can come literally and figuratively.
In any case, I believe we have shared quite enough about ourselves for now. Why don't we go ahead and get ourselves a nice bit of sleep before we move on in the morning, eh?
Yeah.
I have one thought. Men says perhaps we do not need to stand guard because of Skull. However, we do not know this man so well. Perhaps one of us should stay awake for shifts, just in case. Nothing personal, but, as Papa Shacklestein told me, trust no man until you can verify what he said. So, just...
If that is what you would want, I am going to sleep myself. If you would like to stay up in shifts, that is on you.
I think we should roll. We need 2 shifts. Yeah?
You would
4
normally
shifts?
recommend 3.
Yeah, we can just do me, Noname, and Beast Boy.
To stay awake.
Well, in shifts. Doesn't
Wait,
really
there's
affect
everybody.
anything.
Alright. Should I
What's
roll
up?
looks too?
Yeah, you gotta
roll
roll 1d10, please, because the d20
Oh,
I am so sorry. I use advantage.
Oh,
Stupid
what do I
man
type?
does not know.
slash roll
Slash roll.
1d
space 10.
slash
that's-
roll space 1d10. That's all.
Okay.
So vain.
No space between 1D and 10.
Nope.
I'm so nervous, man. All my rolls are so
Slash
bad.
roll
Come
space
on.
1d10, right?
Jesus Christ. Are you happy?
You know
Are
what?
you all
You know what,
happy? Flip
You know
Flam's
what,
not
though?
attractive,
It's
man.
the lighting.
You
It's
know
the,
what though? You know what though, Flim-flam? Yeah, the fact that you're able to maintain such a following, regardless of that, though, demonstrates your talent, the power of your talent.
No,
Right.
it's not doing it right now, okay? Thank you. I appreciate it, but I'm hurt.
We can roll dick size if we want to, too, guys.
No, please don't. Please don't.
Yeah.
It's too much. All right. So the people who are going to be staying up in shifts are going to be Beast Boy, Noname, and Beto, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh, pizza's ready. Fuck.
Oh, pizza's ready. Neat. So I'm just gonna roll some things here. Boop-a-doo-doo. Okay. Yeah, the night goes off without anything in particular interesting, the 3 of you. However, Sheckelstein, while you rest, you have a very interesting dream. In your dream, you find yourself in what looks like a very fine den of some sort. It's very large. There's bookcases. There's a large roaring fire. And you find yourself sitting in a very comfortable seat. And there's a man who's sitting across from you. And he's enjoying a glass of wine as he looks to you. And when you look at him, his skin is pure white, like whiter than just pale. And his clothes also white, but also intermixed with a bit of an emblazon of blue. And when he looks to you, he says, I very much hope that you appreciate the amenities that I've afforded for you today. You are capable of responding. Find yourself...
Oh, in the
sort of
dream I can
lucid
respond?
dreaming. Yes.
Interesting.
Dream sequence.
So he said, I hope
you
enjoy...
very much appreciate the amenities that I've afforded for you.
Oh, yes, it's very nice. To what do I owe this pleasure?
You know, people who have powers have a wide variety of different people that they can thank for them, or natural processes, or any sort of thing. Wizards are capable of tapping into the natural magic of the world. Sorcerers use their own bloodline. Yourself, however, you have something else to thank for the ability to do what you do. And that, well, would be me.
And what are you, some type of god?
I like to think so sometimes, but I believe that would be stepping a little bit beyond my station. I am what many refer to as an archduke, but I don't think that I have to brief you on the politics of my people. The main point is that I have chosen you as somebody that I see as sly, capable, a worthy representative on the plane that you currently reside on.
I concur. You're a very wise man.
I would appreciate it if you were to use the gifts that I've given you to amass wealth, and power, and create the empire that you dream of. That is why I've given you these abilities, and why I've given you more potential than any mortal would normally be given.
Can you, first off, I want to say, this is very wise decision of you, and I appreciate this. But perhaps you could tell me more about these specific abilities that you have given to me, so as to I could use them to the fullest of their.
All of these abilities are very natural to you already. You already changed your face on a whim. You already fire your blasts of dark fire. You know very well what I'm giving you. And, provided you continue to impress me and do exactly what it is that I wish of you, then you will gain more. And as you gain them, you will feel them within you, as if a new muscle growing in your body that you can flex at will. It's a very easy to understand system.
Aside from growing strong and controlling the paupers and peasants, which I already aim to do, is there anything specifically you would want me to do? Perhaps to take money from stupid paladin who thinks he is too...
I believe I have been keeping track of your progress a little bit so far, and I have noticed that you've come across a large group of potential meat shields.
Yes, this is true.
The pleasure of having such meat shields is that they will die for you, provided you let them be under the delusion that they are worth something to you, and that you are worth something to them. Stealing from him, while it might be fun in the short term, you must think of the long term. You understand?
Of course, of course. Stupid man thinks of money today. Wise man thinks of money tomorrow. We invest in the future of taking control of stupid...
Exactly. See, this is why I've decided to give you the powers that I have. Now, what I would recommend for you, if you do require such guidance, is to gain the trust of the people that you've acquired. You'll be able to share in the riches that they acquire in yourself while doing minimal work in the process. You'll be able to enjoy the fact that they would die before you, should danger ever corner you. You'll enjoy a wide variety of benefits. And the main point is that they will be a strong force for you should you ever wish to hostilely take anything for yourself, provided you can get them on your side to do so. That is the important thing.
Yes, this is what I have felt in my bones since I was born, that I was meant to take control over these people. The greatness of my people, but mostly of my...
Now, I'm not going to bore you with the details of what I plan to do as far as you are concerned when you actually do gain your empire, but suffice to say, I believe we'll both be very happy with the conclusion, provided you continue on that road.
Yes, I will do this. Thank you, Lucid Dream Sequence, for giving me great guidance moving forward.
No problem whatsoever. In any case, I'm about out of wine, and you are about out of time. I believe it's about time for you to wake up.
1 minute. Perhaps I, very quickly, since Lucid Dream, there is a woman, how do you say, Gal Gadot. I think she is next door, so I wake up.
I don't believe you understand exactly the point of this. It is not a lucid dream, so to speak, as me giving you the ability to step into my realm for a moment as you dream.
Of course. Okay, I wake up. Next lucid dream.
Gotcha. He snaps his fingers, and you find yourself waking up in your bedroll, as it were. All of this information currently still fresh in your head. The morning has come, and everyone else is waking as well.
How did everyone sleep? How did you do, Beto version? I had amazing sleep. Did I ever tell you? You're a very good-looking man. I know you only say you're 7, but I think for you, you are...
Wow. Thanks a lot, Baron von Sheckelstein. I've
No
never
problem.
seen...
We're good friends, and I just want to say you are doing a fantastic job, so you keep this up, okay?
Thanks. You slept well, or?
I slept, okay, no problem.
All right. Well.
Sheckelstein.
What?
Oh, yes, that is me.
I go over and I like invade his personal space and choose to like smell him I haven't heard one compliment from you this entire time on this entire trip, with days of span. Why suddenly are you so into Beto Virgin?
Well, it's not Beto Virgin, and the only reason I have not given you compliment is that a man with such history and breadth of knowledge and power as yourself could not truly appreciate comment from just a person like me. So it's truly that I give you no compliment is the greatest compliment, that I understand your full power and how you are just true amazingness to this world. And thank you.
Something about this.
Your flattery will get you very, very far with me, because you are totally correct. Dragonborn druids are obviously a superior breed. But I appreciate that.
I concur.
In fact, I will do a charisma check for you.
It appears that Noname is busy cooking breakfast for everybody.
Wait, no. Can you not hear me?
No.
It's on your phone, Mike. It's not on the Bluetooth one right now.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Please do not make me give compliment to Paladin.
I'm sorry, Trihex. What exactly was the roll for?
If he was charmed.
Yeah. It was a charisma check against Sheckelstein.
That would be an insight roll.
Oh, okay. Yeet.
Wait. Wait, did you hear what I said or no?
No, we did not hear what you said.
You're very faint.
I said something about the situation smells a little fishy. I don't like the fact that this warlock out of nowhere is being kind to everybody on the camp.
It's pretty weird.
Noname, get out of the lake and then come talk to us. You can't scream while you're swimming, dude. We can barely hear you. It's weird.
Wait, really?
It's still on your phone one, yeah?
It's very scuffed.
I just never... How about now?
It's exactly the same.
Just cook quicker, Noname.
How about Paladin goes 5 minutes without eating? I know this is very difficult because whenever we see you eating food in mouth, but perhaps you could wait for this time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe you could take a fucking second.
Eating, okay?
Us
In
druids
about
have
10 minutes, you're right.
We've had a long journey. I need to fill my muscles.
Hey, everyone, why is Noname running away from us shouting? We do not understand the direction that comes
For some
closer.
strange reason.
It's like he's running away.
He's running to get more food.
Well, I guess is he herding cattle to slay later to eat for food? Do we not have food already prepared right now for our journey?
You know that Paladin's main journey spirit animal is hummingbird. Always eating. Never stop. Eat, eat. Only thing in mind is next meal at every time. So it is okay. Very strong hummingbird is.
All right, listen. I'm done camping. I'm going to bed. What the fuck? I want to go to the capital, man. I need the big city, baby.
That's where he makes his money. With his music.
That is where we make our money. And by the way, Flim-flam, fantastic work on last album. I have many buyers ready to speak to you. We are going places. You are extraordinary.
I'm gonna roll an insight check too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think that you are not extraordinary talent? You must pick yourself up. You must pick yourself up. Believe in yourself. What are you doing? Believe in yourself comes first.
Yeah, both of you understand. Well, you know what? Sheckelstein, roll me a charisma save while you're complimenting everybody.
I'm clicking on charisma. It's not doing anything.
Charisma save. It's to the
saving throw.
It's right to the right of the stats.
Sorry. Hold on. I'm trying to find. I'm not seeing this. My bad.
So you see your stats all the way on the left?
Yep. Oh, I see it. Charisma.
There you go. Yeah. As far as you guys are concerned, it's weird, but like maybe it's just that you guys started off on the wrong foot. Who knows?
Okay. I hear what you're laying down, Sheckelstein. Let's go make some gold albums. But listen,
Let's not forget. For me to succeed,
ignite
you must.
me,
No.
ignite me, I'm gonna plant this axe in your dick. Now let's go to the capital and make
For
some.
me to succeed, you must succeed. Remember that. What is noise coming from a large animal? Oh, this is paladin. Okay.
Paladins, from when I did my research, paladins are particularly Noname is like half orc, correct? If I recall correctly. Right.
Yeah. Lower IQ than normal.
Yeah, similar to cows, orcs have like multiple stomachs or something like that. So when they fart, it's quite loud and unsightly. So that's probably what we're hearing right now. That may have been why Noname ran far away. He didn't want to be embarrassed by the loud farts that he would probably emit when digesting.
No!
Oh my god.
It's just terrible sounding.
Please.
Why else?
It's really bad.
Why
One of the
else would
worst
he go
phones in
so
the
far
world.
away to eat?
He's
How about
selling
now,
his
you
li-
fucking heathens? How about
thank
now?
God.
Oh,
Back.
can you hear my voice now? Let me tell you something. On the way, when I was herding cattle in an effort to find food for the entire camp, because that's the kind of righteous person I am.
Wait, do you
I
call
noticed-
If you would like to actually do that, you could go ahead and roll me a handle animal check real quick.
Oh, fuck.
is the entire party what you call your four stomachs? Noname.
Roll it.
It's on the
Okay.
skills
Where
area.
is it?
Top of the skills area under acrobatics.
Herd animals.
Fuck, I don't even know my character title. Character
Animal
yes.
handling baby.
Okay.
No, sorry, that was.
Oh shit, that was Trihex.
Skills area.
Oh damn.
Did
we
I
got
roll it?
Yeah.
Got it.
Now go ahead and roll me a survival to make sure that what you got was actually a cow.
Oh my god, you're fucking. All right, here.
All right. So he has led an animal back to you guys. Doesn't have the udders of a cow that
Is
would
it a
normally
donkey?
be there. Yeah. When you look at it, it's the donkey that you guys have already bought.
Yes, we got him back, baby.
Dominic, you're back.
Okay.
So when Jacoby comes out, he pulls out, he gets the camp fixed up and puts everything back onto the donkey. He gets his spear and his skull, puts it back in his pack, and looks to all of you and says, "So, are you all ready then?"
Yep.
I've
Let's
been
do
ready.
it.
Fantastic. The journey does last a few more days, but they're very nothing really happens as far as the days past are concerned. Eventually, you see in the distance very tall buildings, tall spires, a tall wall, a tall everything. It seems very clear where you guys are currently headed, and I go ahead and put you guys up there to let me know where you are. And as you approach, the city itself is just monumentally huge. You look at it and you see, from the outside, mostly what you see are walls on the outside, as well as surrounding farmsteads that appear to be shipping regular food into the city itself. The front gates are extremely busy.
Oh.
And from
Holy
what you can
shit.
tell, there does only seem to be one particular entrance, and that entrance is surrounded by 4 different guard towers.
Is it this one?
It's all the way on the bottom there. If you can see
I
where
see it
I'm
now.
clicking there.
Okay, so I'm looking at where you circled right here. Is that correct?
Yep, that's
sorry.
where the arrows are.
Okay.
Where the arrow is at the bottom.
And I can go
Oh,
ahead
shit.
and I can put you guys on here real quick. So,
Surely there will be a
Sheckelstein.
horror for me to bed in this city.
Oh no.
Not that. Flim-flam, Noname, and Beast Boy. Boom. There you are. Okay, you're all there. So, as you approach the front gates, there's a bunch of guards that are sort of pushing people past as they come through. And Jacoby looks to all of you and says, "If you would allow me to do the talking, I believe we can get through here with minimal incidents." Eh?
Sure.
He heads up to the guards who are in front of the gate, and they converse for a little bit, and he motions for all of you guys to follow him as he goes through the front gates. As you guys go into the front gates, so around here, as you get past the second checkpoint, Jacoby sort of like moves his arms in front of him and says, "This is the capital city of Fortuna. It's a fantastic place. There are many things here for you to enjoy and take part in if you would like, and many different places that you can find different things that you might that might catch your eye. This right here, where we are, is the trade district. This is where you will find more shops, any place that provides services, things along those lines. If you go a little bit further, you will find yourself in the residential district near the middle. If you go to the left of the residential district, and I'm going to highlight everything that he's pointing at. Go to the left of the residential district over there. That is where the, how you say, high class likes to live.
We're not interested in
The
high class.
Sheckelsteins.
Where is the highest concentration of human females to acquire for Beto Virgin?
Ah, yes. An honorable goal.
Actually, while you guys are doing that, a few bards ago, a guy named Gibraltar told me that I should go track down a bard college. So you guys have fun with that. I'm going to go look for that in the capital city, baby.
If you would like, it is actually all the way on the southwestern corner of the city. You'll have to go through the city a little while and go through quite a few different turns and whatnot, but you'll be able to find it. It's a rather large building.
Wait, didn't we have something to do with you, Jacoby? Should we get that out of the way first?
First I need to submit some reports, and then we'll go ahead and do that. You have the rest of today off, but tomorrow I'm going to need all of you in the morning.
All right, well, I turn to the group and I go, listen, guys, I'll meet you at the inn. You know what's up. I'll probably do a little performance, but in the meantime, I'm going to go check out these bard colleges. Adios.
When you see me tomorrow, I will be a new man. You will barely recognize me. I'm so excited.
You very much seem so. If you are interested in looking for women who might be a little more willing, there are plenty of places that you can go. There is, of course, the normal residential district where there are a number of people who are much like yourselves, in that you are of meager means and of a more casual nature.
I have a question. As
Yes.
we discussed earlier at the bonfire a few days back, in days past, through my mathematician skills, we had learned that Beto Virgin was a 7. So explain to me this, Beto. Why haven't we just acquired a female that's like a 3.5? That way you can just automatically grant and pounce upon at your own desire and will. Does it not work that way? Where if you like in battle, if you're over 50% stronger than the opponent, you wouldn't automatically win. Even if they did their strongest attack towards you, you would still survive.
Well, women usually run away from me because they say my personality is terrible, but I just think
Our concept Baron von Sheckelstein is familiar with as well.
we are very together in that. Yes, correct. That's why we get along.
Well, do you want to try this? Do you want to try acquiring a 3.5 out of 10 female and seeing what works?
Saying that I should rape her?
Whoa,
It's
very dark
it's
term.
battle advantage state. I don't.
I don't think so. That's very illegal in this state, and not
Mr. Beast
comfortable.
Boy, Mr. Beast, if I may. The way in which courting works is a lot more gentle than that. You're supposed to speak to someone as if they are an equal to you. Be charming, say a joke, break the ice with something fun.
Pay them.
See, I'm a little bit puzzled because you see, for druids or even for my grandfathers when they were the dragons, they would fight to death over a mate. You know, one would smell, the other would smell each other. They would both argue over whose aroma attracted the female. At that point, they'd fight to the death. You go for
Why you're extinct.
There are not many of you left, but there's also something to consider where your culture and the human culture very much differ from each other. As you go around the continent, you will find many cultures that have a wide variety of different practices. You cannot always assume that what works for you works for them.
Fair enough. Humans are weird. I'll leave it at that. All right, Beto. We'll do it your way.
I'd hope so.
Does that mean you want to go for you want to go for the what was it again, the wealthy region, or you want to aim for the lower region for the females?
I think it's in the lower regions where the brothels are located, correct?
Brothels are currently illegal in this city as well as the country.
Oh, well, I guess that we have come into another hole in the Beto Virgin getting laid quest.
Keep in mind,
Alas,
my
there are still
math
female
doesn't
women
lie,
around.
and my option's always available. You're just choosing not to act upon it. Keep that in mind.
You're right. I am choosing that.
Just assault them, forehead.
Jesus.
Can we check out what Flim-flam's doing?
Yeah, hell yeah. Am I at the Bard College yet? Oh, Lundy, you cut out.
You're muted.
Shit. Flim-flam, as you enter the quarter of the city that the Bardic College was located, at the very least, as far as you're aware, you were directed in this area. You start passing through all the different winding trails that go through so many different homes. And on the corner of one of them, you see a small woman, smaller than you. And she's currently dancing on one of the corners, and she's backed up by several people who are playing different instruments, and she appears to be doing some sort of performance for everybody. And she sort of looks to you as you sort of enter her field of vision, and she sort of motions for you to come and join her.
Oh, Flim-flam didn't know it was going to be one of those kind of, but fuck it, let's go. I'm joining her.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put her on the map here. So go ahead and roll me a performance check.
I mean, I'm ready to dance if that's what it comes down to, but I'll roll a check. So I'm rolling performance. Boom.
Yes. Okay.
Sexy.
So you and her dance for a little bit. The fact that she's a little bit smaller than you is not something that you're very much used to. But you do get through the performance more or less without any sort of problems. She does lead you for a lot of it, and you're able to follow pretty easily. And after the performance is over, the people who were playing the instruments behind her sort of do a little bit of a bow, and she turns and sort of pays each of them a little bit of money as she looks to you and says, "Well, thanks. I kind of appreciate it. What's your name? You seem new around here."
Yes, indeed. I am new around here. My name's Flim-flam. Might have heard of me. Had a hit song a few years back, but I'm kind of out here doing a road thing, and another bard who had some serious poetry skills told me that I should come by the city and check out this here old Bard College to flex my skills up.
Oh, you're gonna be here to apply?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Great. Then go ahead and just follow me. I'll go ahead and lead you over. My name's Neville, by the way.
Neville. Unbeknownst to Neville, I'm going to roll an insight check on this sweet Neville right here. Is that okay?
Go for it. So when you look at Neville, she looks to you, and it doesn't. Something feels a little just off in general. You don't feel like you're in danger, but she does appear to be withholding information from you in some way. It's you can tell that she's got a mischievous streak about her.
A mischievous streak. Wow, that is something.
I mean, you do seem like you're a pretty good dancer, so I think you'll probably fit right in. You also said you wrote a song before. I've never heard it, unfortunately, so sorry about that.
All right, let's walk.
You walk and talk for a little bit, and Neville is extremely curious about the newcomer to the college, the person who wishes to be a part of everything. And she learns a little bit about you. I'm not sure how much you're comfortable sharing with her at the current moment.
Okay.
But as you get to the college, she leads you inside. So you guys are currently here. And when you get inside, there is a cacophony of sounds just all over the place. There's people who are in one wing, they're singing, and another wing they're playing instruments, and another wing there's some sort of like stomping noises as people are dancing about. And she sort of looks to you and spins and says, "Welcome to the Bardic College of Fortuna. Well, I apologize for all the noise, but this is kind of one of our busiest hours."
I cut her off and I say, "Don't you worry about it, Neville. I feel like I'm home."
That's fantastic. What all things can you currently do?
What things can I do? Well, originally it was just song, but a few weeks ago I was put to the paces by a young bard named Gibraltar, and I engaged in my first poetry contest. Figured out I'm pretty good at that too. And let me tell you, my dance earlier, I just gotta let you know I wanted you to lead, but later, baby, if I put on a performance, Flim-flam can dance.
She giggles somewhat as you give your sort of speech to her. She says, "Calm down there, big boy. You're gonna have a little bit of competition if that's what you're going for."
Just go the tri-hex route.
Listen, I'm a 3 attraction. I'm fucked. No, so yeah, I go, You're right. Let's get this thing started. Where do I go for missions or to learn about the school?
She leads you further in and goes past several doors where you can hear people performing a wide variety of different things inside of the different classrooms. And you go into one of the rooms, and it appears to be an office. The office itself appears to be empty, but she goes ahead and jumps on top of the desk and then sits on the chair behind it and sort of puts her feet up on the desk and says, "This is the admissions office."
And I'm kind of taken back, and I go, "Are you the head of this academy?"
That would be me.
Well, no wonder I had to play second dancing, my dear. It's such a pleasure to reintroduce myself. Flim-flam, this is a lovely school you have here.
Well, thank you. You did seem to be pretty happy about getting here in the first place, so well, I'm happy that you're happy. So you're already a performer, and you're already capable of a few things.
Sure.
So I guess the only thing that we're currently looking at is what all do you want to improve on?
Well, I know that there's a few different schools, but I think there's one that focuses mainly on performance. Is this true?
Well, it depends on exactly what you're looking for. If you're looking for the ability to use your performance in order to accomplish a wide variety of things that are, well, kind of supernatural, then that is something that we can help you do.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm looking to do.
Fantastic. I'll go ahead and enroll you in some classes. It's actually extremely cheap here. All we ask is for 1 gold a day, and then while you're here, after you graduate and after you go out into the world, if you do bring back about 10% of your earnings, then we'll just take that.
I agree. Money's never been an issue to me. Now, is this the college? Which college is this?
Well, this is the College of Fortuna, since that's the capital that we're in, and we can give you classes in basically any sort of tradition that you want.
Which are the traditions again? I'm looking on my. Sorry, this is boomer.
Sure, those are in the handbook.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Jack of all trades, Bard College, and then looking.
Yeah.
At the different schools, well, I see the College of Lore, but that's the only one I see for some reason.
There's a lot of colleges. There's the College of Glamour, Lord, Sorge, Valor, Whispers.
I think Glamour was the one I wanted. That's the one where I can come beautiful and do like magical performances and stuff.
Yep.
That's the one. Sorry. I read this before. I just wanted to make sure I got it right. It was College Glamour. Good.
Okay. So you you sort of explain what it is exactly that you're after, and she says, "Oh, okay, I know exactly what you're looking for. Yep, we offer classes in that as well. All you have to do is go ahead and stay here for maybe about a week or so, and we'll get you started on all the basics. And then after you get done, then you'll be able to do all the usual things that most of the freshmen in the glamour class are able to do. And then afterwards, we'll go ahead and let you off for a little while, and then go ahead and practice it throughout the world. Come back when you're ready to learn more, and then we'll teach you the next level. There are several different levels that we can teach you, and we like to do them in increments."
Amazing. I'm ready. Here's that first goal you needed, and let's get this going.
Fantastic. It's a pleasure to meet you, Flim-flam.
Good meeting you too.
All right, so Flim-flam is enrolled in college and has some college debts coming his way.
Oh no.
Perhaps I can
And you
make
gotta
you
pay
a
your
loan.
manager.
Yeah, perhaps I can make you a loan. There's very favorable instant interest rates that we can give.
College is a scam.
Well, speaking purely in terms of return on investment, the math does add up here. Nothing screams excitement like being buried in debt, 100,000 gold, banking on hoping to acquire a 60,000 a year gold job. Probably doesn't really add up, honestly.
It doesn't.
So while the rest of you are currently exploring the town and trying to find, I guess, a woman for Beto, you find that traffic in one of the streets that you're currently on has stopped almost entirely. There is just a trail of wagons as far as the eye can see, and people who are just stopped in the streets and who are just yelling at whatever's going on up front. You hear a big booming voice coming from the front of this crowd as this man creature thing stands up and appears to be at least 2 heads taller than the tallest people in the crowd, and he says, "Everybody, the great Alphonse is here to teach you all about power."
Oh.
Meanwhile, several people are still yelling at him, and
This guy rules.
when you listen up to what's going on up front, one of the person who's driving the wagon up front that appears to have stopped is saying, "Can you please get out of the way? I don't care about the power, okay? Just get out of the way so I can keep moving." "No worries. I do not stop traffic. I pull the traffic." "What do you mean? You do not need horses." The giant man unclasps the man's wagon from his horse and slaps the horse on the ass, and he just goes flying. "I pull your wagon for you. I show power."
Does he do this often?
One of the people in the crowd sort of looks back to you, and he says, "You are the unfortunate witnesses of the great Alphonse, who is a public nuisance in this town. Yes. He likes to do random feats of strength. Normally, they're not as intrusive as this, but there's not a lot we can do because technically none of his feats violate any laws."
Can Beto yell out?
Sir, if you're truly strong, I'd like to arm wrestle you.
"Ah! The great Alphonse has a challenger! Please, make way for the great Alphonse!"
And then I go behind Beto, and I'm all like, "Now remember, summon your incel rage. Remember all the women who have rejected you, all who owe you for your presence, for your charisma."
Hey, am I back with the group at this point?
No, you're currently at the college.
Flirting with the
yeah, you're flirting with the Neville and doing your bard thing at the moment. So the crowd sort of like parts the seas, as it were, for the great Alphonse as he approaches you, and as he gets closer, you get a better look at him, and he is a wild-looking man. He has hair all around his face, just sideburns going into a beard that's bushed out, that goes into his chin, that goes into his neck, that goes down to chest hair. He's not wearing anything on his top. It's just bare chest hair to side hair to back hair. He's almost a bear, but you can see that he has human-like features on his face as he looks to you. "Ah!
Uh-oh.
So, who wishes to challenge the great Alphonse?"
Me, Beto Virgin.
"Ah, Beto Virgin! Come, we do your challenge. You say arm wrestling, yes?"
Yeah.
He leads you over to the side of the road that you guys are currently on, and he grabs a table from a nearby cafe and sort of like brings it over and puts it down, and then he grabs 2 other boxes from the cafe and he picks both of them up. One of them drops from his hand and it smashes apples all around the road, and the cafe owner comes out and he's like, that costs a lot of money. No worries, the Great Alphonse will reimburse you for the apples. And he sort of digs into his pants and brings out a platinum coin and hands it to the man. That should cover all of it. And the man looks at the platinum coin and says, yeah, it will. And he goes back inside. Great Alphonse grabs another box, and he puts both of them in front of the table that he's turned for you guys, and he sits on one of them and puts his arm on it. Come, little virgin, we fight for power.
Yes.
Is this going to be a strength saving throw?
This is going to be an athletics check, actually.
Okay, so I can't use my Incel Rage for advantage?
You can if you'd like.
I'd like to use like a saving throw for like the advantage if I can rage for it.
Well, athletics checks are at advantage too when you're raging.
Oh, I use my rage. I rage up. I want to find a nice woman.
Okay. New challenge. The Great Alphonse.
Your voice better go fucking really low, man. Super low when that Incel Rage kicks.
Wow, the power. Beto.
Nice.
Let's hear it, Beta.
Kaioken.
Wait, he gets advantage too?
Yes. So you scream with rage and you start powering against this man who starts screaming back at you, and it's honestly it's almost obnoxious to everybody around you with how much you both are screaming at each other. And both of you are deadlocked for a little amount of time before he starts. You start looking at his face, and he's got a bunch of missing teeth, and he's got spittle coming out as he's screaming at you, and you sort of try to get away from the spittle. And as you do, he slams your hand down and says, "Ha ha! You are very strong, my friend, but not as strong as the Great Alphonse."
All right.
You're truly mighty, sir, but I'm glad that I could show you that I'm strong as well.
Very. I am impressed.
What's the
You have a
story
master,
say?
little man.
Don't stand
I do
down,
not.
Bingo. I'm here to defend you.
Oh, you really want to go with him? All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Come then, another challenger. Come, we
Great
fight.
Alphonse, please bet him money. I'm sure that my friend Noname will beat you. Noname, bet 100 gold.
I
What?
have 100 gold. Also, Beto, I'm here to defend you, and you're gonna fucking cut me dry like this? You
I'm
bastard?
trying to win you money, Noname.
Oh,
You're just
God.
so much stronger than me.
What a surprise!
I
The
was here to
socialist
defend
has no
your
money.
Please, finish your bout. I'd love you to defend my honor.
But unfortunately, I cannot
challenge?
gamble, as it is haram.
No, I do not. I do not gamble for money. Money is no matter for the Great Alphonse.
This is
The
game of
Great
skill.
Alphonse is beyond money.
Yeah, wrestle his ass.
Like,
Do you wish to challenge the Great Alphonse,
what is the
big
challenge
green?
you wish to do, beast man?
Arm wrestle.
Anything that you wish. Arm wrestling, regular wrestling, lifting weights, throwing things.
All right, we're
Anything
going
to show
do
we
a
have power.
non-gay traditional national pastime, which is oil wrestling.
Oil wrestling it is. Who has the oil?
I do.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna lobby that oil wrestling takes a lot of time to set up, and Flim-flam makes his way back to the group in the time that they're setting up
Why
this
was that?
oil rig.
Yes, trying to find the
Okay.
oil and trying to find a space where this can actually take place is extremely difficult and takes a lot of time. However, eventually you are able to come across somebody who basically says that he's willing to let you use his pig pit as soon as the Great Alphonse actually pays him a little bit of money for it. And the great Alphonse takes a bunch of boxes that he bought from the local candlestick maker and starts throwing them in and says, "It is wax, not oil. It will be very sticky and hard to get off. But no worries. Works just the same for a little while."
Wait a minute. We're honoring my pastime. Wax is the opposite of oil, you animal.
It is very
Stop
difficult to find oil. Do you know where to find oil?
Good
I
point.
can
All right,
create
let's
some
do it
oil.
with the wax then, I guess.
Wait a minute. Before he gets in there, I pull him aside and they go, "Listen, Noname. When I was down on my knees about to die, you poured a potion in my mouth and you saved me. So let me give you a few words of inspiration." And I use my bardic inspiration for the day and I say, "Listen, you go in there and twist that man into a fucking pretzel because you're representing the group now. And look at this idiot. Fuck him up." And I use my bardic inspiration so he gets a +6.
Also, I give Noname one of my potions that says great endurance to him.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and...
Oh, you do not
thank
know
you.
any difference. You metagaming fuck. You see great endurance potion, and you will drink
I
that
don't
potion.
trust you in the game and also outside of the game, Baron von Scheckelstein, so no. Thank you for the potion. I'm probably not going to use it. Thank you. Thank you, Flim-flam.
He's
welcome
very
back.
strong,
You
Noname.
inspired me.
Alright, roll
I
the
believe in you,
athletics.
Noname. The winner gets to be my trainer.
Come, my friend. We fight now.
I no
Do
longer
the
fight
wrestling.
after those words.
First to 1 pinfall, or 2 or 3.
Well, since you decided the wax, you decided the number as well. Who cares? I'll do 1, I'll do 2, I'll do 3.
We'll do
3
1,000.
pinfalls then. Come, we fight. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check as both of you get in, and you of course I assume remove your armor so it doesn't get destroyed by the
Yes.
wax.
He also gets a +6 because of my bardic inspiration.
Yep, bardic inspiration
Is it
+6
the
on
one
that.
that rolls or
Oh my
all
God.
three?
That's the one roll. Yes.
Oh no! Change your mind immediately and go best of one because bardic
Yeah, he's
inspiration.
gonna.
As a matter of fact, I believe we should do it the old-fashioned Turkish
One
way.
and
The
done.
Turks,
One
they
and
do it
done.
only once. One and done, as we say.
One and done it is. I honor your traditions because the great Alphonse respects other cultures.
Wrestle him.
Wow.
All right, let's do it.
This is the best character NPC I've ever played with.
Go ahead and
I'm like
roll
actually
me.
excited. All right, I'm rolling.
Big money,
Come
big
here, you
money.
beast.
Oh, and then he gets to roll a +6.
Yes, the
And he
+6
gets-
on top of
And he
it.
gets an added 6, right? Or does he roll it?
Yep. You can roll a 1d6.
Are you giving an advantage?
I don't believe that gives him advantage. The bardic inspiration does.
All right, roll
Roll
1d6.
space 1d6.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just roll space 1d6.
No,
Slash
/roll 1.
Backslash roll
Forward
space
slash.
1d6.
No space between the backslash and the roll. Just backslash
Yeah.
roll and then 1d6.
Yep, you're good. You know how to do it.
That's a /, by the way. Fucking Zoomers.
Okay.
18. Really get slaughtered.
Yes! We did it!
No, that was just his
Wait,
roll.
this took
no.
a long time to set up, so it's been past 10 minutes, so probably rage is over for him.
Rage was over when he was done the first time.
Okay. Rage is 10 minutes.
Yeah, he was just doing a double roll just to
Oh.
make sure. So 12 plus that. Okay, so it's a very intense wrestling match as both of you start getting into it with each other. Wax is going all over the place. It's sloshing around your ankles as you guys start circling around each other. He has his hands up like he's a bear. You have your hands down like you're ready to go low on him. And then eventually you clasp into each other. He grabs you by the midsection and tosses you over his head, but you land on your feet and start punching at the back of his legs. He goes down on one knee, and then he turns and tries to grab onto you as he turns. You slip away from him as the wax starts to cover your chest as well. You go in and try and bring him all the way down. You bring an arm around his neck and try to bring him down with a slam. But he grabs you as you do so, and he stands up with you in his hands and then does a backwards suplex as your back hits the ground. And then he rolls on top of you and pounds his hands on your shoulders. And then he counts to 1. He counts to 2. You roll out super quick as you realize what's happening. You get up and you pant a little bit, trying to regain yourself. This man is stronger than anybody that you've ever faced before. He has power that you've never seen. And you try to outmaneuver him instead of overpowering him. And then you go around him. You try to tire him out. And eventually, as you keep trying to make your way around him, he grabs you. And then he pulls you in, grabs you under your arm, and throws you through the air. You land on the ground again, and he puts his hand on your chest, another hand on your shoulder, and then steps on one of your legs as he starts to get on top of you. You start struggling and trying to get away, and eventually he rolls his whole body on top of you and pounds on your chest again. And you get a 1 and a 2, and you just can't really get out before he slaps the ground next to you and says, 3, 1 pinfall for the great Alphonse!
My God, he's killed him! My God! RKO out of nowhere!
Wait, how did this work? I thought I rolled real well, no?
You did, but he has a plus 15.
You lose.
My God!
Oh.
Perhaps
Yeah,
next
that's how you beat me
time
with this
you
plus
take
15.
potion.
He came off
Perhaps
the
next
top
time you
rope.
take potion. Stupid paladin.
He respects us, though. That's what you should know.
He stands up and he helps you up and he says, very good. You made me work for that victory, my friend.
Who was stronger, me or Noname?
It is very difficult to tell from 2 different things to do. However,
Very true.
I am a genius when it comes to power, and I can tell that you have a slight edge in the strength department.
Thank you.
All right.
So cocked.
Flim-flam steps up and he goes, hey, man, those are quite impressive feats of power. Would you consider yourself an athlete as well?
Ah, yes, I am an athlete in all things that require strength. Not
Well-
very fast, however.
You know, a lot of people say that dance requires a lot of strength.
You are correct, my friend. Dance requires much agility and much control over your center mass.
Well, I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm in a challenge kind of mood. Already diddled my 2 friends. So I challenge you, sir, to a dance-off.
Come then, we find someone to play us music and we dance.
Yep.
The great Alphonse leads you guys. He's still dripping with wax and it's starting to harden on his body and he doesn't even bother. He doesn't even bother cleaning it off. He's leading you guys through the town. You go back to the Bardic Quarter and he immediately finds some people who recognize him from being around town, and he has them gather together as they bring together a little drum and a small flute, and someone else brings up a lute, and they look to the great Alphonse as he gives each of them some money, and he says, "Now play, we dance together." And he looks to Flim-flam and points at you and starts moving his hips. So go ahead and roll a performance check, Flim-flam.
Or can we dance and let the chat straw pull it?
No, sir.
I would like to, however, I only have a webcam, and it would be extremely difficult to record that.
Okay, fair. Facts are these. But let the record show Flim-flam was ready to dance. Performance
Oh,
check.
I completely believe you.
Perhaps we should see. You should see this dance before we go to other challenge. Make him dance.
Make him dance anyway. No, we gotta roll. That's the dance.
Oh,
correct?
you take easy way? Okay.
Oh my
To be fair,
gosh.
I'm taking the easy way.
Yeah, why am I getting trolled? All right, ready? Performance to it.
All right.
Oh, another terrible roll. Another day in the life of Flim-flam.
Have you had any good rolls?
Not one in the entire game.
So let me get this
All right.
right. So Flim rolled a 6 and Alphonse rolled a fucking 37. Is that correct?
A 22.
Well, plus 15, right?
He just did
No.
+8.
He rolled a natural 14 plus 8.
So
Different skills.
Okay. So,
Whereas Flim-flam
yeah,
rolled
it's
a
not-
natural 2 plus 4.
Okay. Gotcha. Whew.
I get danced out of town.
So you both dance, and it is extremely difficult to share the same dancing area as the great Alphonse. He wiggles his hips around and rolls his whole body around, and he's a giant man. It's hard to find a place where you can actually let loose the way that you would like to. And unfortunately, he's just styling on you as he's moving his arms around, and he's doing these strange dances from a land that you've never seen before. You can tell many of them are cultural. And you both have gathered... You both have gathered a crowd of people who are watching, and they're more entranced than they are entertained from the looks of things. They're very confused as to what's going on. But as the song rolls down, the large Alphonse raises his hands in the air, and his sweat has now mixed in with his wax. And it's hardened, and it starts to smell really badly as he raises his arms and says, "Ah, the great Alphonse does it again! What does the audience think of my performance versus the little one?" The audience sort of shrugs, and they look to you, and they look to you, and they look to him. They say, "We only really saw you dancing." "Then I win by default! Yes, the great Alphonse is victorious!"
I'm not gonna lie. That Alphonse is a bad man. That's a bad man. Not the purest dancing I've ever seen, but I'll be back, Alphonse. I'll be back. I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna learn up and come back here and dance you in the dirt. But today's yours, my friend. Now, what the hell are you doing out here, by the way?
"I appreciate your candor, my friend. You will become very great one day. Come back and challenge the great Alphonse. When the great Alphonse loses, he will bow to you." He looks to Sheckelstein and Beast Boy, the last two of the group who have yet to challenge him. "Would either of you like to test the great Alphonse?"
You think you can keep up with me, a dragonborn druid?
"I can do anything requiring strength."
Foot race! Foot race!
Then, well, let's see here. You may not know about my superior adaptability. However, would you be interested in challenging me in speed? The one thing that you have not mentioned your absolute confidence in.
It is something that the great Alphonse has not mastered yet. No matter how many times the great Alphonse runs headlong into trees, has never become strong, has never become faster as a result.
Well, that would be something if you were, but to be fair, that wasn't what you were bragging about. You've been bragging about strength, if I recall correctly.
Indeed.
What about a climbing competition? That requires strength. and
Indeed
no
it does,
speed.
little one.
Let me take a second here. Noname. Do you, well, first off, wow, I thought y'all were wrestling in oil. Why are you all sticky with this? What the hell? What'd you follow?
Unfortunately, he cheated me and used wax. Otherwise, I would have probably been able to get him.
If I didn't know any better, I would swear you fell into a giant beehive or something. Strange.
For sure, no, man.
You certainly don't.
I would have gotten him.
You certainly don't smell like you. You don't taste like honey. So I don't know what's going on there, but you should really work on that. Anyways, though, do you inquire that I should transform into something like a giant bear, and then use my superior size and strength to master him finally? Do you think it's a sound idea?
I like it. Finally, some vengeance for the lads.
Indeed. All right, so be it then. All right, Alphonse, I accept your challenge in a contest of strength.
Very good. You wish to climb?
No. Well, ooh, shit. Fuck.
That was the last thing that was mentioned to the great Alphonse.
Fuck. How do I check my climbing ability with I remember we did.
The bear has the best climbing ability.
It would be in athletics, but if it has the natural climb speed, then you don't have to worry about it.
Okay. Then yeah, okay. Yeah, so be it then.
That was the smart play.
Actually, wait. I think there is actually a climb.
Yeah, because
skill.
I climb with the.
No, there is. It's okay. Yeah, I got smashed in athletics. Okay.
Yes. Then yes, we'll climb to the tallest thing that you determine worthy of testing yourself.
Now do a tree. Do a tree.
Very good. Very good. He sort of looks around and points to one of the city walls. Right there. We climb the city wall. The first to the top wins.
Oh shit! Wait a minute.
City
I know
wall.
I said bear, but spider might actually have the best climbing.
Yeah, I would say because
Is that a thing? Or can you?
Oh, yeah, I have that. See, the problem with the city wall. Would the bear claws be able to dig into the wall that well? Is the question.
Nah, that's a spider mission
job.
right there. I don't think they incur any penalty anywhere.
I accept
Really
your
good,
challenge,
yeah.
Alphonse.
Wait, Lundy, your mic's off, dude.
No, it's not. I just haven't talked.
Oh.
I've been letting you guys respond. Very well. Then we shall both climb the top of the wall. Do be careful not to get shot by a guard thinking that you are an invader or thief.
Oh, Jesus.
Not a problem.
I've had it happen to me before. It is not pleasant.
All right, the guard's what, a human or something? I'm not too concerned. Otherwise.
So is the great Alphonse.
So this is pretty simple. Just we climb to the top. First one to the top wins, or must we go to the top and then drop down in a stylish fashion?
I like the way you think. We drop down in stylish fashion. First to do so wins.
So be it then. All right, shall we do this together, or is it like a timed event, or is this like a race that we're gonna share the real estate of the wall together?
We do so together, of course. Otherwise, how do we know who does it faster? Not good at keeping track of time.
So be it then. Give me a count, and I am ready.
Okay.
And then I kneel down, like on one knee, like I'm ready to fucking do this shit. All badass like.
Okay. I need to double check one rule here to make sure that I'm doing this right. Okay. All right. What is your climb speed, by the way, as a spider?
Okay, climb speed is 40 feet.
Nice. All right. So as you both get down, you turn to a spider, and he says, even more challenging. The great Alphonse loves. And the both of you take off at the same time as he counts you down. You don't have to really worry about any sort of rolls. He does, but his chances of actually winning this are kind of low, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
He does respectable. Surprisingly, he's able to keep up with you for a decent amount of the wall. It's after you guys get to the top and start dropping down that it becomes a little bit more of an issue. And he's trying to climb down, and he's having a hard time keeping up with you. So he decides, screw it. Instead of climbing down, he punches himself off of the wall and starts falling a good 100 feet down as he starts yelling really loudly. Thankfully, you're able to reach the ground before he lands, and he lands with both of his feet creating these little craters in the ground as he lands and punches the ground, and he looks to you and he says, the spider is faster at climbing than the human. The great Alphonse bows to the spider.
And then I untransform. Select your opponents wisely. The battle is already won because you didn't download your opponent properly.
I do not know what this download means, but I like it.
I meant to say you preemptively inquired your opponent. See, the reason why I bested you today, Alphonse, was because I was able to pregame watching you try to tackle Beto Virgin, Noname, Flim-flam, and then I reserved myself speaking nothing until prompted, allowing me to use all the prior information to achieve advantage state. Beto, are you taking notes here? I achieved advantage state and won the battle, just like you could do with those females.
I'm taking I'm taking notes.
So be it.
Very good explanation. However, if the Great Alphonse is truly to be great, he must be able to overcome even strategies like that. Eventually, climbing in the trees will not be a problem for the Great Alphonse. Even a spider will not defeat me.
We shall see then. This battle, a spider won. Next time, I'll use the appropriate animal needed to best you.
Feel free. In any case, I must go now. My little hamlet requires a little bit of tending to. Plus, the Great Alphonse needs a bath. He looks over to Beto Virgin, though, and he sort of gets a weird look in his eye, and he says, "Little one, you remind me much of a much younger Great Alphonse. Would you like to come with? I can teach you the ways of strength."
No.
No!
Well,
What? Beto?
I'll be coming back. He's just gonna teach me. He's a barbarian teacher. We all have to find our teachers here. The guy went to college. I found mine. Now you gotta go find yours, and so on.
I apologize. I'm very protective over you. You already know this.
I know. I love you, Noname, in a
Love you too,
non-gushy
Beto.
way.
If anything, this trip has taught us is that polyamorous relationships are okay to have, so this should not be a problem.
True.
Don't you just love the idea of like of explaining to a character the way that stories work in order to get over a problem?
Flim-flam. Are Beto and Noname mating? They're kind of staring at each other in a seemingly erotic manner for an extended period of time.
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird codependent thing. I don't know.
I thought Beto was Noname's pet. I keep getting confused because he says that
There's nothing wrong with two men who sleep in the same bed from time to time. Okay.
Listen, man, I'm not here to kink shit. Trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. I don't get that he's like a 29-year-old man child, and you're like his keeper. I don't.
I didn't
Well,
understand
whatever,
that when Beto was piggyback riding off of Noname in the nude by the river when we were at the campfire site. I didn't understand what the purpose of that was. Were you trying to scare off
what?
cattle?
You must have imagined. Wait, did that happen? Wait.
Oh well, I remember now. Beto, he actually explained
You
it.
must have dreamt it, Beast Boy, you pervert.
No, Noname explained it to me. You explained it to me prior. I couldn't recall here actually. So you see,
I didn't.
Beto is so short that he would have drowned going in the deep end of the river. So you carried him bareback, nude, so that his clothing wouldn't have gotten ruined when crossing the river, trying to herd cattle like yourself.
Trihex, there is a limit to improv. I just want to say.
Sure. That's what happened.
Yeah. What of it?
Okay.
Yes, end it. Oh man, bro.
Okay. So, I believe I heard Beto is going to head off with the Great Alphonse.
Squad W, am I right?
What W?
So, Beto is heading off with the Great Alphonse. The sun has begun to set a little bit. And the rest of you, what would the rest of you plan on doing as the day starts to wind down?
Well, I'll crash
I
forward
would
then.
find where I feel like I need to find some education as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well,
I have no idea where I
if
would
you'd
go.
like to, if you
Yeah, we're about to get into. There's like a.
I'm just gonna give this to you. By the way, Trihex, you have a point of inspiration. Just go ahead and put that. You see in the top left above your saves and above your proficiency bonus says inspiration there.
Oh shit! From the bow, that's crazy.
Hang on, wait.
See that little dragon?
Yeah.
thing?
Okay, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and just have that dragon thing on there. Basically, what that means is the next time that you do a roll, you can choose to re-roll it if you'd like.
Okay, but only.
Wait, you let him do it after?
But only the next time, or I can use that at any one time.
Anytime you'd like.
Okay.
Only one time.
That's hype.
But anytime.
One time, but anytime.
One
you
time,
want.
anytime. Okay.
You
Understood.
let him re-roll it after
When did
the
I?
roll?
When did I acquire this?
Yes. Oh, you acquired this for outsmarting the Great Alphonse by turning into a spider to beat him in the climbing contest.
Oh, okay.
Which was my idea.
And which, yes, Flim-flam, that was very appreciated. Though I was gonna draft that
No
as well.
problem.
My initial battle strategy was to become a bear, then challenge him to a wrestling match. But I feel like that you're.
You know what, Flim-flam? You're overdue for an inspiration anyway. So.
Hey!
Mostly because of how incredibly you play your character. That's one reason you're supposed to give it out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that for you.
Rock and roll, baby.
So, Naname, I'm gonna just go ahead and give this to you. You are Paladin.
The worst Paladin we have ever seen. Paladin is bringer of truth and justice. Noname, bloodthirsty savage who murder small creatures for no reason.
Shut up, Narc. I did it for the homies.
And as a Paladin,
Squad W.
generally you originally received your training in a temple, so if you can find one that worships your god, then you could probably find someone to help you out.
Ooh, okay. If I were to say, let's say that I was feeling in the mood to break an oath that I've made some time ago.
You lose a bunch of powers, don't you?
Yeah.
No, well, isn't it Oathbreaker is like a different.
Oathbreaker means that you have decided to not be a paladin anymore. You still have your levels in paladin, but you have none of the abilities that a paladin has. So
yeah, you don't.
What you really want is the vengeance one, the oath of vengeance.
No. Well, I was thinking about fuck. The other like 5e one.
I'm not sure which one you're referring to.
Oath of Vengeance?
Yeah, Oath of Vengeance. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's something that you can take while you're training. Yeah.
Fuck. All right. Never mind. All right. God.
Wouldn't it be a shame if they renounce their god?
Wait, what? Say that again?
I said, what a shame it would be if someone announced their god just for no reason, dude.
Yeah.
Just, you know what? I feel like renouncing my god today. Fuck it.
Hell yeah, fire up.
Okay, I need to find the temples, right? Is there a link anywhere?
Well, no. You can just explore the city itself. It has a temple.
You can ask Alphonse, probably.
All right.
Yeah.
Alphonse, before you leave with my pet, whom I have no emotional attachment to, please point me in the direction of whatever the burliest temple would be by your own standards. You are a burly, hairy man, and I respect you because of your size and strength, and I would like to know which temple would terrify you.
There is nothing that terrifies the great Alphonse. There is, however, temples that worship gods the great Alphonse loves. If you would like, you can explore them up in the Temple District, all the way to the northwest.
You sound a little different now, Alphonse, but okay, all right, I'll do that. I'll go to the Northwest Temple District.
Okay. So when you enter the Temple District, you find that there are a wide variety of different ones. There's 3 very large ones, as well as a bunch of smaller ones that seem to dot the area. And as you start heading around trying to figure out which one is which, go ahead and roll me. We'll go with a religion check.
Uh-oh. What? Am I losing my religion?
Huh? That's me in the spotlight.
Okay,
That's me in the corner.
Okay, and you rolled 22. Okay, so you're able to rather easily identify which temple belongs to which. You're able to identify a temple that prays to Bahamut, also known as the Platinum Dragon. You're able to find the one to Lathander, Kelemvor, Tyr, And it's when you get to Tyr that you sort of stop, because what you recall of Tyr is that he is a god of justice, and he is known to be one of the warrior gods of justice. He would be regularly known to utterly approve of the utter destruction of anybody who would do any harm to those who are innocent. He has a bunch of different titles. He's known as the Grimjaw, the Even-Handed, the God, the Blind Overlord, the Wounded One, the Just One, all of these different ideas. And all of these are extremely, very much match a lot of the ways in which you view the world.
Sold.
Grimjaw.
Ah, Tyr, the Temple of Tyr. Seems like a lot of things that I agree with.
You enter the Temple of Tyr, and as you enter, you see a statue to Tyr himself. And I'm just going to go ahead and send that to you while you're on Discord.
I'm looking at a bunch of forums. I'm looking at a bunch of forums.
Okay, you're looking him up at the moment. Cool.
I think.
All right. You're trying to. TYR, if it helps.
He's reading the pamphlet they have outside of the.
So let me go ahead and bring him in here. Okay. Okay. So as you enter, you start looking around at all the different things that are signifying Tyr himself. You see a symbol carved. Oh no! I
couldn't find anything.
You said you were looking into things, and I didn't want to distract you. So.
Do you have an incel god? So if I choose Path of the Zealot, can I make that work?
An incel god?
Yeah.
I think I could probably actually find something along
This
those lines.
god hates sex.
This god hates.
Is that Trihex?
Yeah, actually, I can find ones that
Ooh,
sex.
not sex
But yeah.
again.
There's here in the Discord there for you. So you see his symbol engraved on the walls. You see a statue of him in the front, and you see a very large, well-built man, but very old, just standing in front of the statue with a great sword in his hands, pointed to the ground as he seems to be deep in prayer. He stops and turns to look at you as you enter, and he says, "Hello there. Is there anything that I can do for you today?"
Yes, it is I, Noname, here to reclaim my title as one who follows in the footsteps of Tyr. Justice is blind. I, fortunately, still have my eyesight, but still believe that the path to justice is most important. Where do I learn things?
You're trying a little bit too hard there, boy. Don't worry too much. You're here to learn. I can teach. What exactly is it that you're after?
Well, I am after great power, so I can unite the oppressed masses all across the lands in the most righteous way possible, and smite down all of my wrongdoing opponents who would dare exploit, who would dare steal from those who have not. I believe that Tyr, a man from a power before the time of Jahamdath and over a millennia, known by multitude of names, Akhenaten, Anakita, Arthur, Judge of all, and many
Wikipedia
others,
page.
would be the perfect person, would be the perfect deity for me to follow through with on a path on this vengeful quest of justice.
I'm going to need you to take a breath here, young man.
Sorry for being too enthusiastic about the god. I apologize.
I
Very
appreciate the enthusiasm, but you don't need to demonstrate that you know all of his different names. Listen, the main thing to know right now is your goal. You say you want to unite all the people across the land? Very good. In what way do you want them united? Do you want them united under a power or against a power?
A dictatorship of the proletariat.
So you wish for all of the people to own basically everything that they make.
This land
together.
belongs to all of us, my friend.
I see. Yes.
For far too long, those
acceptable.
in positions of power have been able to steal and exploit those who have not, who toil the land and only get to take away 4 potatoes when they create 10 potatoes.
I understand exactly what you're getting at. No worries. That sort of understanding is not something that is unknown to us. The main thing to understand first is how far are you into your power as that you've gained so far? Clearly, you have some level of power, and Tyr has shown favor upon you, if that's who's giving it to you.
Well, as Tyr's eyes were put out by Lord Ao when he questioned Ao's decision that all gods would be punished for failing to prevent Bane's theft of the Tablets of Faith, I believe that all profit is theft. And I will not stop. I'll gouge my eyes out right now for Tyr, but I won't do it probably. I need them for the righteous quest.
Probably.
That's how far into the power I am.
Pretty far.
You're freaking him out, bro. What do you
There are a number of oaths that you can take to swear your fealty to Tyr's justice. Each one of them, so long as you follow them, will give you a wide variety of different abilities and powers. The question is, which oath would you like to take? It's very dependent on how you wish to achieve your goals.
I have 3, right? It's the 3 orders. Is that what you're talking about?
No.
That's why I was stalling. Because I don't know.
There's a lot of different oaths. I believe the one that everybody was recommending to you was vengeance. So he'll be explaining all of these, and the oath of vengeance. It's a solemn commitment to punish those who have committed a grievous sin. When evil forces slaughter helpless villagers, an entire people turns against the will of the gods, when a thieves' guild grows too violent and powerful, when dragons rampage through the countryside, that is when people who have sworn the oath of vengeance set right what has gone wrong. To them, purity in principle is as important as delivering justice.
I want to take on the oath of vengeance.
Very good. There are a few tenets to bear in mind when you take the oath. I wish for you to study them first before you actually take it.
It would be my honor to study, as did Tyr before me.
First, you swear to fight the greater of all evils. Faced with a choice of fighting a sworn foe or combating a lesser evil, you always choose the greater. You will swear that there will be no mercy for those who are wicked.
I swear that there's no mercy for the wicked. I will never spare mercy for the wicked. And I also swear that I will fight the greater of evil at any opportunity I take.
You must swear that when you encounter evil, you will correct it by any means necessary.
I swear that when I encounter evil, I will correct it by any means necessary.
And you must swear the principle of restitution. If your foes wreak ruin on the world, it is because you failed to stop them. And you must help those who are harmed by them.
I hereby swear the principle of restitution. And if anyone that escapes my righteous vengeance, it is my fault, and it's my fault that people were harmed.
Very good.
I think I said that right.
Study these principles, and by tomorrow I will bestow upon you the holy symbol of Tyr. And should he smile upon you, you will gain the abilities granted to you through your oath. Is that understood?
Understood.
Very good. What is your name, by the way?
No Name.
Indeed. I am Karak, leader of the Paladin Order. It is a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine, Tarak.
He sort of gestures you on your way. If you need a place to stay, we do offer free lodging for any travelers. Or you can find one of the taverns in town. Either one is up to you.
I'll take the free. I'll take the free thing.
Very good.
Right.
You'll find plenty of open rooms for travelers like yourself all throughout the temple. Feel free
What
to
about my
relax.
pet? Can he stay with me as well? I have a pet human.
Of course, if you wish to bring anyone here, they are free to stay, so long as they do not desecrate our halls.
Okay, no Baron von Scheckelstein then. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
You are kind as you are wise.
All right. Going back to Beto. Beto, when the great Alphonse brings you back to his shack, he has you wait for a little while as he cleans himself, and he comes back out, and he sort of claps his hands together and says, "Now then, little one, you are a student of strength and power, yes?"
Yeah.
Very good. I have a question for you. In what way would you like to advance your strength?
I want to find a god, I think.
A god?
Yeah.
You can find many gods in this world.
Well, I don't tell many people this, but I hate women. That's why I've never been laid and I'm a virgin.
I will let
I
you
think
in on
they're
a
all
secret.
whores and I want them to die in game.
I will let you in on a secret. I have never been with a woman myself. They
Why do we
drain
need to
your
be with
stamina.
women? Amen. Yes, brother.
Once you have reached the age of 30 and you have never touched a woman, you have mastered the first step to becoming truly strong.
My birthday's tomorrow.
And you are 29 now?
I'm 29.
Fantastic! And tomorrow is the perfect day to start your training.
Amazing. Squad W.
I need you to find a place to stay, unless you would like to stay with the great Alphonse. But I will make you do much work if you do.
I will stay with Noname in his temple of sweet thoughts.
Very good. You come back here in the morning. I will
Yes,
teach
sir.
you everything that I know.
I'll be back. I can't wait. Glad to find
Worship
another like me.
strength, little virgin!
Worship strength and not thoughts.
So Beto is sent back to meet back up with Noname. What are Sheckelstein and Beast Boy and Flim-flam up to?
Well, Beast Boy. Well, being having barely bested Alfonso, the first time I've actually been, heavily sported by a human, I'm now intrigued and I want to learn more about humans. So, is there like a library or some kind of like knowledge base for me to inquire? That way, I can impersonate being perhaps more native to humans around me and not quite so foreign to their cultures and standards, as I gave off to Beto earlier concerning his mate searching.
Well, asking Flim-flam as well as Sheckelstein, both of them would be able to point you to plenty of different places that have different levels of knowledge for you. In the richer corner, you can see Sheckelstein has been able to find many libraries devoted to plenty of different cultural research. Flim-flam can point you to the Bardic College, though its knowledge is a little different. It also does afford knowledge on basically anything that you'd want to learn. It does, however, cost a little bit more money to be taught at the college.
Money doesn't really concern me too much, I would say, at this point. Would Flim-flam or Sheckelstein, would either of you be interested in escorting me on this thirst for knowledge? Perhaps being able to better discover yourself within as well, alongside.
You're going to the Bardic College? Listen, man, from what I know of you, you're a really strong dude, but you don't have to go to a bardic college to learn about people. I think just being about you is going to learn about people. Is there any way you can go learn about your druid stuff? I mean, that shit is pretty amazing. You outclimbed the fucking shirtless dude. I think you should keep that shit going.
Fair point. Okay, I'm considering all my options right now. Shacklestein, what is your inquiry?
I do not think that you need us to go. I have own things I must do myself. But I think that you should listen to the talent, as we call him here in the business. He's very...
I'll escort you anywhere you want to go. I'm in.
I should talk to the talent, huh? Shacklestein, is there any bias whenever you're advising me to do so? Because he is your client.
Well, not at all. In fact, I think he'd be willing to do this to you. It's no charge.
Flattering. All right. Well, thanks. So some options are to either go to the college, or I can go. Where was the game you said to the wealthy district, right? That was the other option.
There are libraries there. From your memory, when you were training with your clan, you do recall that much of your training did basically consist of you meditating in the wild, normally smoking odd substances in the process.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, you want to go smoke some weird shit in the woods, dude? I hear that's what druids do. I actually do a fair amount of that on my own. That's kind of why my dad originally got mad at me. Let's go smoke some herbs, dude. Let's do this.
The thirst for knowledge always pulls me towards that direction, but can't decline that invitation. I'm in. Let's do that.
All right, we do it.
Let's see, what sort of roll would I have you make? Because I don't believe any of you actually have any substances on you at the moment, outside of, well, Shacklestein's potions.
For some reason, that Flim-flam picked him up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you were going to, but that didn't end up going anywhere. Because you guys got sidetracked.
I intended to. That's not my fault. On you.
So
hey, it's good. They might drug test you for the bard.
Fakes.
I'm going to ask.
Why would they ever drug test at a music college, bro? What the fuck?
That's true. You're right. They drug test you to make sure you're doing drugs.
Yeah. So go ahead and you're going to basically be asking around to see if anybody knows where you could get something like this. So that's going to be.
Oh, I got an idea. I do a song. I just start playing my guitar in the square, like very nonchalantly. I go, hey, watch this, dude, watch this, Beast Boy. And I start playing, and I'm like, hey, everybody, it's cool to be around. But if you know of anyone who's got some pills going down, grab me and my friend here, and we'll take them now. We'll pay you in silver. If you show us how, boom, doom, 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 down, and I look around.
All right. Can you roll me a deception check real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Character sheet. Deception.
Okay. So you don't really gain any sort of attention from the guards. They think you're just performing a regular song. But as you get done, one somewhat shady-looking individual sort of walks up to you. He's sort of got long black hair. He's got kind of a tunic on him that doesn't look like it's been washed in a couple days. And he says, "Hey, man, here you're trying to look for some maybe some pills, some herbs, whatnot." Huh?
Ask and you shall receive. Here, talk to my buddy Beast Boy over here. He needs to be meditating, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Hey, whatever you guys want to call it, man. So if you want to just come with me, I'll show you what I got.
Are you a cop? You need to tell us if you are under the
law. So you guys follow him, I presume, and he leads you down one of the many alleyways that perforates the city, and he sort of removes a fake brick, and he sort of takes out a few things, and he sort of looks to you guys and says, "All right, so basically what I got here is I got some herbs basically with these things. You go ahead and roll them up. do a little bit of light action on it. Light a little bit of fire. Boom. Start puffing on it like it's a pipe. Perfect. Works great. You can put it in a pipe, or you can roll it up in one of these papers here. Either one works. Also, I got these little pills here. I stole these from the clinic. Basically, these are big-time painkillers, but they also make you see things.
Whoa. Hey, do you have any scante? Do you have a little bit of something to ski on? To get old Flim-flam up if he's feeling blue?
Oh, I do. Just give me 1 second. He
Sure.
sort of reaches back into the hole and brings out a little bag of a powdery substance and says, "That's what you're looking for, my friend."
That's what I'm looking for. How much is that going to run me?
Well, depends. Do you want the whole bag?
Well, how much is the bag?
If you want to pay for the whole bag, it's going to be a good 5 gold.
5 gold? How much is it in the bag?
It is at least now full ounce in here.
Full ounce? Ooh, how much is each dose what I need to take to feel the effects?
You're just going to need a gram.
A gram? And you, sir, have made yourself a sale.
Fantastic. Here you go, my friend. Sort of
And I
hands
have
it over to
corrected
you
my
as it
gold.
takes the gold.
Hey,
Anything
Beast
else I
Boy,
can
get your
do?
drugs, man.
Well, let me see here.
This stuff
Yeah.
makes you hallucinate. This stuff makes you relax. This stuff over here makes you start thinking that you're not in your own body. Whatever you're looking for, I got the trick for you.
I'm looking for whatever taps to my full potential, where I'm able to see and discern from the facade of reality and see into the deepest pools of the truth of the world.
You already sound high. Not sure you need me, but I'll go ahead and write you up for, how about a few of these? He picks up a strange little plant. You just pop these right in your mouth. Just pop them in, swallow them, and you'll start thinking that you're the master of the universe.
And may I smell them?
Feel free. As you smell them, they do not smell good. They smell very. If rotted is something that can be given an accurate descriptor for a plant like this, then rotten would be what you would call it. But he assures you that that's exactly the smell that you want.
Yeah, those are boomers, dude. Those are the shroomies.
So this foul odor it determines the potency of the.
Yeah. The worse it smells, the better.
Fair enough then. How many do you have? How many are you selling?
I got 5. That's 1 gold per.
Done. I'll take it.
Fantastic. You want all 5? I can give you all 5.
All 5.
Fantastic. I love doing business with some people who are true connoisseurs, as it were. He puts everything back and he says, if you need anything else, just feel free to drop by the alleyway here.
Will do.
So then we go out into the woods together.
Yeah.
Yep. You guys make your way outside of the checkpoint. You're not stopped leaving the checkpoint. They don't really seem to mind too much the fact that you were leaving without any sort of wagon or anything along those lines. And you make your way out into the local woods, and you sit and you start to use the substances that you've been given. And both of you go ahead and make me Constitution saves.
Constitution saves.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Phew.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
where the fuck is the...
I do this all the time. It's above your so saving throws, it's like the thing above your skills window on your character sheet.
Right. Oh, got it. Oh, no. Hell yeah.
Ooh,
All right.
Wait, I rolled a 19. What the fuck?
No, you rolled a 2.
No,
You could
the 19th
use your advantage if you really want. Your inspiration.
Yeah, you can use your inspiration and get that nat.
Wait.
So
I
you
can
rolled the
use-
first one?
Yeah,
you
the
can
left
use-
number is
Yeah,
your regular
yeah.
number. The right number is
Wait,
if you
I'm-
were an advantage state.
No, I'm not going to use my inspiration. I'm going to save that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after you get done with just one small line that you've created out of this, this little grams worth of powder, you start to cough, you start to hack, you start to, and your head starts spinning as you feel your nose and you feel it bleeding, and you sort of sniff a little bit, and it just starts running down your face, and you are not taking this very well as your mind is just leaving.
Hey man, this shit is amazing. It's titty.
Are you
my
alright,
nose is
Flim-flam?
bleeding. Oh, value.
Flim-flam, can you let me give you a quick little? What color is the water right now? By the river right here. Are you able to perceive color correctly at this point?
Water? Man, I'd love some. I start drinking some water.
When you look into the water, it doesn't appear to even have a color to you because it appears to be just sitting still from your perspective. There's no waves, there's no motions. It's just clear. And you're able to see it in such a way that's just so clear that you've never seen it before. It's almost like it's water from some sort of paradise. At least from your perspective.
I turn to Beast Boy and I go, listen, I don't say this enough, but I love you, dude. And that's not just the drugs talking, all right? You're a strange dude, but you've always had my back. Now I'm happy I came out into the woods with you. Let's meditate. Let's do the druid thing.
Well, first, in order for the meditation to properly align, we must first tap into your psyche. Well, one, I'm very flattered, and I have also acquired a preferred companionship amongst you and the other members of the party. But first, I must ask you and implore here, why are you so passionate about music? Like...
Music?
Yes. You seem to... Like, it seems to be that if you could align yourself with music, if you were to be able to do it with battle, that you would also be able to achieve the desired advantage state.
Well, let me tell you something.
Tell me.
I know you've seen me adventure. My rolls aren't the best. And I knew that from a very young age. I was never going to be the strongest. I was never going to have the best stats. But what I did know is that if I worked hard on my music, that I could rock people. And so I knew the only way I was going to get out into that big old world and burn it down was with my music. That's why I love music.
Indeed. Well, come follow me. Let's go find the nearest waterfall, and I'll show you the arts of meditation.
Amazing. Let's go.
Give you the existential separation that allows you to see the clarity in everything, past the facades of human consumerism and such things like that. I'll teach you the ways of the druid, of the dragonborn.
Let's go.
All right.
Amazing. All right. So, from there, Sheckelstein, where are you finding a place to stay for the night?
Well, what I think I was going to do was perhaps try to force myself to sleep right here for a very short time to speak with the person or the thing that spoke to me in my dream before and see if there was anything I could do to please this god or this patron that spoke.
You're attempting to speak to this person who spoke to you in your dream, trying to get their attention, I presume?
Well, or I want to do something that will please this divine thing that has given me so much.
Okay. Is there anything that you're thinking about potentially doing? Trying to get a plan going, or?
Perhaps in town, I am a man of noble heritage. Perhaps it would be of use if I was to just walk around and mingle and talk with the people and let them know that a noble man is in town, as to let my presence be known. And perhaps as we have future dealings in this town, that would be useful.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a charisma check. Okay.
Shit.
You ingratiate yourself among the townspeople, and every single one of them that you meet, you shake hands with, you explain some basic things as to why you're there. Nothing too revealing. It's just saying that you're a traveler and you're going to be there for a little while, and you're willing to help anybody who's in need. All of them seem very taken with you, and they appreciate the fact that you're willing to put yourself out there. None of them feel like you're intruding on them when you do introduce yourself. You have a force of personality that doesn't just magnetize the local peasantry. many of them inform you that there are many things that do need done, but they look to you and they feel a little embarrassed to ask somebody of your stature to do such things for them, like gathering water and food and finding medicine for them and all these little things. They say it's just not something that they could possibly ask someone of your level to do for them. But they do point you to a nearby tavern to set up in, and several of the townsfolk inform you that they are fully willing to pay your stay if you are willing to help them in return as soon as they have something that they need you to do.
This sounds reasonable. I will do this.
Okay. So they lead you over to the local inn, also known as the Rusty Mug, and they bring you in. They talk to the owners. They talk to the barmaid, and they explain the situation. They pay for your stay. You are led to the best room that they have, which admittedly still isn't fantastic.
I'm sorry. Hold on. My daughter is crying for some reason. Sorry.
No problem.
Choosing your daughter over D&D, Dan? Really?
Just not a real gamer when you do stuff
Fake
like
friends.
that, you know. Fake gamer. All right. We'll go ahead and switch back to Beast Boy and Flim-flam then, while you guys are currently meditating. Flim-flam, you are being taught the better parts of meditation by Beast Boy. However, the drugs that you took earlier, they are not settling in your system all that well. As he shows you how to breathe and how to stay still and how to free yourself and all these sorts of things, you can't stand still. You can't bring yourself to get to that inner peace that he's talking about. It's just your mind is telling you to keep going and do something, to run, to climb a tree, to jump in the water, something. You just can't keep yourself still.
I feel great. And Beast Boy, this has been amazing, but I have to go to the inn right now and see if there's a bar to a challenge. I am lit the fuck up. I'm going to go see what's going on in town. I've meditated enough. I want to get crazy.
But you haven't achieved the state of existential traveling.
I'm sorry, and I really appreciate that, but I'm off.
So be it then.
As Flim-flam leaves you, Beast Boy, you continue your meditation since you're here anyway, and you've already taken one of your mushrooms, and it takes a few minutes before of quiet before you start to feel yourself like consciously rise above where you are. You start to look at yourself. You start to look at yourself from above yourself. You start to perceive the world around you as if you're not in your own body. You start to feel as if your body isn't even real, as you start to glance around at everything around you that feels like it's like all of it is sort of a facade of some sort from your perception. And you're able to examine it on a basic level that you haven't before. Everything seems like it's less real and more a collection of real things that come together to create what looks like something that's real. You start to examine things on a mariological level, just looking at all the little things that make up everything. And you start to look at yourself, and you start to look at your hands, and everything seems less like you're dragonborn and more like you're a part of everything, in the sense that you're made up of the same things that they are. And it's a very, very vivid demonstration of how everything seems to come together.
Indeed. My lack of understanding of humans and their social interactions are the very thing that has led to me ultimately befriending, well, mostly humans. So the things that I am not are very much the things that I am. So I must embrace that for the betterment of tomorrow and today. I need to quit priding myself in my dragonborn origins and really understand that the only reason that I am where I am right now is because I don't understand the humans that well. I must do better. I must achieve more. I must befriend more humans.
Sorry about that. I am big. No, child in other country needed assistance.
No problem. I just went ahead and did some stuff with Flim-flam and Beast Boy. You are put in the best room at the Rusty Mug, and it's not the best room that you've ever been in, but it's the best that they can offer you. And they offer you freshly cleaned sheets and linens, everything that they possibly can to try and make your stay there a little bit better. And they tell you that they appreciate ahead of time anything that you do end up doing for the community, and they want you to enjoy your stay.
Good. I mingle a little bit at the bar and then head up to my room to take.
When you do head up into your room, you pass by the mirror that is in your room, the sort of full-size mirror, and you notice that there is a person in the mirror that is not you when you pass by it.
Quite particular. I speak to this thing. What are you doing, and why do you not look like me? What is this, some trickery? Is this glass?
The figure in the mirror sort of tilts its head a little bit. It has a helmet on, and the helmet has these weird fringes on the back of it. It holds a spear in one hand and a shield in the other, but the shield is currently down. It looks to you and it says, "The Archduke has sent me to inform you that you are doing somewhat well in ingratiating yourself with the people."
Well, it is a true nobleman's job to go and be noticed in town, and if there's favors I need in the future. Simple people need simple favors, which is easy for me to do, but obviously this is the first thing any smart man does when you come to a city. Let himself...
He is, however, very confused as to why you haven't first approached those who are of higher stature and power in town.
It is my intention to do this. However, with any gathering, it is good to speak with the common folk first. These are the people that will let you into places you would not be able to get in. Favors here could be very useful before I speak to people.
He stops for a second as if he's listening to something, and then he looks to you and says, "Your answer is acceptable, apparently. Please, do continue on your path. We understand that you will be summoned to a place of great power soon, and we hope that you do not let the opportunity slip you by to further increase your reputation."
I will not. I will listen for the call, of course.
As the sort of what looks like some sort of soldier nods to you, it fades and shimmers as your reflection is now looking back at you in the mirror.
I should go to sleep. Perhaps this meeting will come sooner than expected.
Okay.
Metagamer.
What? I was on the way to go to sleep, Hassan. No name. How dare you metagame me? It's like, I am going to sleep. I'm done with this interaction. Well, let me pause and reflect on what I will do next. Where was I going again? Ah, yes, it was to save Princess and Castle. No, it was to go fucking sleep. So perhaps this is where I...
So, Flim-flam, when you do enter the establishment that you're pointed to, you're a little pent up as you realize that there doesn't appear to be any bards nearby that are performing. Nobody for you to battle or anything along those lines. What sort of thing does your body just tell you have to do?
Well, I see the empty tavern, and it kind of have this moment where I remember that I'm mortal, and one day I'll be dead. And I really have like this depression as this calm down starts to come over me. The drugs are starting to wash away. I'm on the downslope, and I walk into the inn, and I notice no one's really there, and I go to the innkeeper, and I slide silver across her table, and I go to the piano, and I just start to play something sad. and I cast Bardic Inspiration just on the folks in the tavern, hoping they have a good day.
Okay. The innkeep takes this over happily and lets you do as you please. She does slide a small drink over to you as a result of you sitting down and proceeding to play for everybody. She appreciates it. Is there anything else you'd like to do for tonight?
That's it.
Okay. So you play the piano for everyone. You give them a somber song, but there's a little bit of a tinge of hope that can be felt in the notes as you play. And the few people who are in the tavern sort of nod to you as you play. And as you finish your song, they don't clap, but they all sort of regard you with a smile and a nod. And one of them sort of puts his hand forward and places another silver down and says, "If you'd like to stay here tonight, feel free, on me."
And I thank him. I tip my cap, and I say, "Thank you, sir. I'm going to retire. Thank you so much for your generosity."
You then head up into one of the rooms and proceed to rest. All of you then take the night. You're not really bothered by anything in your dreams, and you wake up in the morning. Sorry to break immersion here for a second, but I do have an option here. 1, we can work on leveling up your characters to level 3. 2, we can continue with plot.
Ooh.
We should level up the characters together.
We
'cause
should
Yeah.
fight.
I understand how to do it.
Let's kill shit.
Damn. Wait, isn't that how you level up?
I'm pretty
Well,
yeah, right.
I
No,
do
this
my,
experience. Yeah.
We're at like the threshold. He does his probably through milestones.
yes.
So like
that
now
is-
we're at the threshold where we can grab our levels. We've all met with somebody. We've all talked to them. And I think it's probably better that we level up now, because if not, then you're gonna have to do it on your own, and that's gonna be complex.
No, I'm down. Let's do it.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and leave the story out for there, and then I'll help you guys figure out how to level up your characters, because for most of you, this is going to be your first time doing it.
Yeah.
MrMouton, I assume you don't need my help on that front?
Nope,
Okay.
I'm good.
So I'll focus on the others. Trihex, you're going to be the easiest, actually, because
Hey.
there's not a lot that you get at level 3.
Aw.
You do get access to second level spells. So yeah, I assume you still have the spell list for druids.
Of course I do. That would be irresponsible of me to not have the spell list. You mean the animals I can transform into, or like a different
No,
list?
the actual like spell list, not the wild shape list.
So I get 10 more HP, correct?
Let me double check what you rolled here. Yes.
I mean, I do, but I'd love for you to give me a quick refresher just so I have the right thing.
Well, it's okay.
Actually, hang on. Wait,
Let me see if I
wait.
can find something easy
My
for you
mom's
to.
calling me here. Y'all skip me for a second. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm ready to go, Lundy. I can.
Everybody else, real quick, just like MrMouton did, everybody roll me a hit dice, unless you would like to take average on your next level's HP.
How do you do that?
It's under your current hit points, like your big current hit points, like down to the left near death saves. Will should
Hey
know.
guys, I see it. What is that off of?
Will, your rolls are so bad. Oh wait, that one was okay.
Yeah, actually, that one was pretty good. He just has a -1 in con is the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 5, 5, and 5. All right, so each of you
What the
gets
fuck?
5 HP
To
for
your
your
max
next level.
HP.
Yes,
Oh,
5.
God damn.
5
I have a question, Lundy.
Yes. Yes.
I played Bardic Inspiration in that tavern, which means my next action is inspired. Is this an inspired action?
No.
Okay.
This would
fair.
be a meta action that
Got it. I had to try.
So I'm adding 5.
yes, you are adding 5 to your maximum HP.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
26.
If he wanted to, could he roll inspiration for that? I don't
Wait,
think.
does that also increase? Am I maxed out again then automatically?
Yep, you just increase your current HP too.
Yeah, you increase your current HP to match your max HP as well.
Word.
You could roll inspiration on that, but I wouldn't do that because he rolled.
He rolled well.
Yeah, he rolled like really well on that, so
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
it just is acid. He has -1 to con.
Yeah,
How heavy was the sickle of
that is 5 pounds. 5 pounds.
5 pounds for that?
Yeah.
For a
That one-
one-handed? A javelin's 2 pounds. Okay, I believe you. My axe is 7 pounds. There's 7 HP. Yeah, I rolled really well in my first HP roll, and then I rolled decent.
Oh shit!
Plus he's a barbarian, so he has really high.
Plus,
I just swung my hammer. Sorry, guys.
It's a very uncontrollable hammer of justice and logic.
Yeah, it's logic.
Oh, I want to also note a couple other things. The Kopesh that you got is known as Masterworked, which means that's an extra +1 to hit when you attack with it.
Wait,
Can you put those in my inventory? Because I don't know what to put on it. Like,
fix it.
Sure.
I'm just gonna put it as an item here, just to.
Where are you here?
What about our bard friend? Is that masterwork too?
The axe? Yeah.
Oh, good. There you
It's
go.
called the Proletarian Vengeance.
The Proletarian Vengeance?
Yeah, the sickle of Proletarian Vengeance.
Okay. I'll go ahead and put that in here.
So Hassan got a flavor item and a +1. Like,
Well, it's not a +1 weapon.
it's +1 to damage.
It's +1 to hit. It's one. No, it's not +1 to damage. It's +1 to hit.
Oh, I thought that's all +1 weapons did.
No, it's mastercrafted, not magical.
Oh, magical makes it +1 to hit, or +1
Magical
to damage and hit?
yes, magical gives you both. Mastercrafted gives you one.
Understood.
All right, I'll just go ahead and put it in here.
I added, by the way, my studded leather armor, and it says on my thing, warning, AC is not incorrect, unequip extra armor or shield from item D.
What other armor do you have on? In the
I have a leather armor. Do I just
remove it?
How do you remove these?
So,
Little
I'll-
lock at the very bottom. Click
yeah.
it.
Okay, gotcha. So just delete it, I guess?
Yeah.
No,
Or
you
you
don't
can
need
sell
to
it.
delete it. Yeah. See, if you hit the little button over here, it says equipped,
Oh, okay.
unequipped,
Okay, gotcha.
Hassan, you can go sickle mode.
and then when you have the studded leather armor, that's equipped, and then you're good to go.
That's very
Okay.
good.
This is the best
Yeah,
armor.
shit.
This is the best armor my character can wear, right? Studded leather armor.
I believe that's the best light armor that you can wear, which is the best armor that a warlock can wear. Yes.
Okay.
And you can get upgrades to that via many different things, magic, better crafting, stuff like that. So where did I put Noname? There you are. Okay. What did you want to call your Kopesh again?
Oh, I already did. It's up there. It's the Proletarian Vengeance. I already put it and put the weight.
Yeah, I was just adding it to your attacks.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you fool.
So the attack is going to be that. Damage is going to be that. And that. So
It's stronger than my. It's much stronger than my hammer, right? Because. Oh no. It's
no,
not.
see, if it's an offhanded weapon, you don't get to add your strength bonus to it when you do damage with it. Is the thing.
Oh wait, I'm dual wielding now.
If you want to dual wield, if you don't, then it would do your regular damage. Like, I don't know what you want to do with that.
Oh, okay.
That's up to you. Normally, so I'll go ahead and let it do strength damage for right now. And whenever we are fighting, just let me know if you're dual wielding or if you got one weapon and a shield or what you're doing. Just let me know ahead of time.
What are the disadvantages when I take my shield off?
That's going to lessen your armor class by 1, and but it will give you the ability to use 2 attacks in a round.
By 2, right? A shield's 2 AC?
Oh yes,
Shut
it is
up,
2.
dude.
It is 2 AC. Well, it would automatically calculate it when you take it off anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would basically be a -2 AC, but you also get an extra attack, essentially.
Oh my god, dude! I'm reading all the bard skills. They are hype. Man, so this. Holy shit.
Let's see. So bard. So okay, at level 3, you get specialize in your college, and we already went with I believe glamour.
Yes.
And you also get expertise.
Yes, I get.
You,
oh, sorry. Keep going.
Basically, it allows you to choose two things that you're proficient in, and double the bonuses that you have for them.
Yes, indeed. We are going to double the bonus for performance. And then we are going to double the bonus for persuasion.
Performance and persuasion?
Yep, so those become 8s.
Performance and persuasion. Okay.
Yes. And then don't I also gain Jack of all trades where I get performance in every single proficiency?
Jack of all trades. At second level, you can add half your proficiency bonus rounded down to any ability check. That you can add half of it to any skill that you use, even if you don't.
Okay,
have.
So it doesn't get added, but it's like a passive.
Yeah, basically, whenever you roll any of these things that aren't checked, you get to add an extra 1 to it at the moment because you have a 2 in it.
Okay, wonderful. And that's all I get for right now, right? But I get those Mantle of Inspiration and Cutting Words and one other thing, right?
Mantle of Inspiration and
Enthralling Performance.
Enthralling Performance, yes.
And then the last one is Cutting Words.
You also get access to second level spells, and you get an extra spell that you know.
Yeah. Is there any dice throw for Cutting Words, or does that just immediately add a deterred roll for whoever I'm using it for?
I want to say that it's a saving throw on the receiver's end.
Okay.
I might be wrong on that. But yeah, I'll double check all of the spells to make sure they're right. But you get an extra spell, and that can be a second level spell if you would like, and you have two slots basically you can use for second level spells.
Oh, any spell?
Off of the bardic list.
Oh, okay. Let me look real quick.
Hassan.
Yes.
Let's see. So you get Divine Health and Sacred Oath. Divine Health, don't worry too much about it. Basically, I can't give you a disease.
Bet.
So it's just that simple. And then your Sacred Oath, you wanted to go with Vengeance.
Yep.
So
Which
I just want you to be aware of the tenets of vengeance, because I will hold you to them. Like if I think that you're violating any of them, I will let you know. And then you get an extra couple of spells. You get Bane and Hunter's Mark as spells.
Holy shit.
They weren't on that sheet you sent me, by the way.
What, Bane and Hunter's Mark?
Yeah.
Hey, chat, bail me out. If you know of some dope bard
Until the
spells,
spell ends,
throw them in the chat.
You deal a extra 1d6 damage to a creature you can see whenever you hit it with a weapon attack. And it's 90 feet, the range.
Which one? Hunter's Mark?
Yeah.
Yep. The range is 90 feet for choosing a target. And the casting time is a bonus action, so you can actually move, attack, and cast that at the same time.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm reading some of these spells. They're insane.
Yeah, Bard gets really fucking good spells.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Bard gets amazing spells.
These are wild.
Bards are like CC machines, damage machines, anything you want. It's crazy. Okay, so
Which nerd on the screen is Moon? Oh, you can see it on the top left.
While you're doing other people here, okay, I found my druid spell list. I should be looking.
Okay.
How many am I picking here? Am I picking only one level 3 or like?
I forget, what is your wisdom
Two
modifier
level
at right now?
Wisdom modifier 3, 16.
I'm branding smite, right? Is that what you said? Sorry.
Yes, 3. Sorry, what, Hassan?
What was the second one?
Hunter's Mark and Bane. I already added those to your spells at the moment. They're in your thing. So
I'll find it right now. I'm just looking at it, and Bane is not coming up in the DnD 5e fandom.
Okay. Go ahead and go up to the compendium in the upper right on roll 20, the little eye with a circle around it, and type in Bane.
Oops, hold on. Oh, wait. I think I found it in the Forgotten Realms.
Okay.
Wait,
no.
No.
Be aware that it is 5e that you're looking for, that specific version. Anyway, so Trihex, what's going on?
Oh well, you were walking me through what I'm gonna do now, and then I got the phone call.
Right.
I don't know if I need to like. I just want to know like while I'm reading through the third level spells now. Do I need to like figure out if I'm picking like 2 or 3 or 1 or?
Remember that druid spells basically work like you have access to all of the ones on that list. It's just how many you can cast per day per spell slot, essentially.
Okay.
So since you have, I believe, a 3, you have 3 extra spell slots, I believe. Yes, that you can cast with.
Okay, so totaling.
I believe that's how that works.
Which is like.
Yeah, it's been a while since
I
actually
had 4 or
tuned
5,
into Druid.
right? So now I have like 7 or 8. Is that correct?
You have 4 available spells that you can cast at first level, and 2 available spells that you can cast at second level. You can use one of your extra spell slots to put at 2, and the other 2 can go into first.
Okay, so I'm not actually learning any third level spells today. Am I following that correctly?
Not third level, no, but you
Okay.
do now have access to second level spells, which you did not before.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, and I gotta read all of these then. All right, and how do I see my Is it under attacks and spellcasting? It's what I currently have right now. Is that correct?
When you add a spell to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you add a spell to the from the compendium over to your character sheet, it should automatically add itself to your attacks and spells.
Okay. All right. So I just need to sorry, make sure I'm doing this right here. So I need to just like look through the second level now and add like the 2 I like the most. Is that correct? And I can always change this whenever I wake up the next day if I wanted to. Or whatever.
Oh yeah, Julio's right. Yeah, I'm confusing these things up. Okay. The entire first level spell list and the entire second level spell list, you have access to all of those.
Okay.
However, the amount that you can prepare each day is limited to 4 level 1, 2 level 2. Yes.
So basically, when we set out in the morning, you're gonna have to tell him, "Hey, I have these spells," and then we go off.
Gotcha.
So you can customize them to your journey daily, but that's better.
Okay. Understood.
And this is okay. I'm confusing things again for myself and for you, and I apologize. The way it works is because you have a +3, I believe, in your wisdom score, you can prepare 3 extra spells that you normally wouldn't be able to prepare. You can still only cast, however, 4 level 1s, 2 level 2s.
Okay.
So I don't know if you need more explanation, then let me know, because that can be kind of confusing. Because it confuses me all the time, and I've only ever DM'd for like 1 druid before. So
Gotcha. All right. I can all right, so I can have up to 4 level 1s and up to 2 level 2s.
And you can also have 3 extra spells added on to all of those that you have prepared, but you can only cast 4 level 1s, 2 level 2s.
Okay, gotcha. That's a casting. Okay, all right. So, gotcha on that. So I can cast that, and I can have on standby. I guess I want to call it here. My standby total number would be I understand correctly here? It's 4 plus 3, so 7.
Yes.
Because it was 4 before, but now it's boosted up to an extra 3 or whatever.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, it's got to read through. Okay. Cool. I'll have that ready for next session. It's not a big deal. I'm just gonna read through them all and study up on it.
Okay. I believe that is all of the stuff that you get at level 3 as a druid. Yep. Basically just extra spells. That's all you get for that. Extra spells, and I didn't have you roll for HP yet. Would you like to roll for HP or take average?
I'm feeling a little ballsy. I'll take a roll. I'll do it for
roll your hit.
I'll do it for the fans.
Go ahead and roll your hit die then.
You should click hit die.
My hit die. Where's that?
Under current HP.
Underwear?
Current hit points. The big thing in the middle.
Okay. All right.
Can I step in really quickly about the Bane thing, by the way? Because it says this here that it's for bards and clerics.
Yeah, you get that regardless of the fact that it's not normally on your spell list because of your oath.
Oh, okay.
Why can't I find a description of pyrotechnics anywhere?
I might be able to find one for you actually. Pyrotechnics.
I'm sorry.
Did you find it, Trihex?
All right, no, I see my current hit points. I can't click it though. I don't.
It says hit dice. You just click like the little hit dice button under current hit points.
Neff, go ahead and look in the.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Oh man, fuck, mine sucked. Oh wait, no, yours is like broken tier. Fuck, yours is like a D12.
Yeah, yours was average. It's fine. Where's Fish, Hassan?
Sleeping behind me.
I want to hang out with Fish. He seems like a good guy.
Lundy,
Like
I
fun.
think I know mine. If you want to, I don't know how to enter them in, but I can tell you what I'm doing. Yep.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to replace my illusory script with suggestion.
Suggestion.
Yeah, and then I'm also going to take invisibility.
So we're gonna add in suggestion. We're gonna. Well, suggestion's level 2, so you don't really have to worry about replacing illusory script with it.
Well, I can take. I'm going to take invisibility, right? So I'd have to do that or no?
Yeah. You can get rid of that spell to have invisibility if you want. We'll just go ahead and do that.
And for the Pact boon, I'm doing Pact of the Chain with a variant familiar, which is going to be an imp.
Okay. So Pact of the Chain with an imp, you said?
Yes.
Okay, so you have Find Familiar as a spell.
That's dope.
And you're going to get yourself a little bit of an imp. So I added Find Familiar to your spell list. That is a level 1 spell.
Are they
You
the same
have
height?
No. Think of a World of Warcraft imp. It's essentially
Nice.
like that.
Well, no, this is
what, a few inches higher?
This is a very cool imp because it can I can like
It's very
look through its eye. It gives me magic resistance. Like it can go invisible. It can turn into other shit. It's a fucking crazy motherfucker.
Yep, imps normally already have the ability to change their shape. They have special darkness vision. They have magic resistance, and they can give all of these abilities to their master.
If I'm close to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's everything, right? So I have invisibility. I have the suggestion in the imp. Essentially.
Yep.
Is there anything else I need to do, or is that
Let me
it?
check. Let me double check. Level 3, get your Pact Boon, which is the imp, and I believe that's that. When you take the attack action, you can draw one of your own attacks to allow the familiar to use its reaction to attack instead. So just bear in mind that when you want if you ever want your imp to use an attack or a spell in play for an attack action, that means you have to forego an attack action to give it a shot, because otherwise it's not going. It can't act the same time that you do.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so imp kind of fucks my attack, or if he attacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yep, you have the same amount of invocations known. You have access to second level spells, and you already picked them. I'm dumb. All right.
And just to be like, as of right now, I want my imp to be invisible, and it can change into different things, right?
Yeah, it can look like whatever you want.
Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna have it be like literally like a parrot that's sitting on my shoulder all the time, but invisible.
Perfect. Does it have permission to talk shit to people, but pretend it's a parrot doing it?
Well, okay, a non-verbal parrot.
Okay, I got you then.
Are any of you going to PAX East?
Okay.
Actually,
yeah.
You are
planning on it. Yeah, I'm waiting on a response.
From your partner manager?
Yeah, from like one of my gig managers at Tempo Storm.
Oh, sick, yeah.
If I go, I'll be doing like a little
Might
booth
go.
thing for a Lucid Sound. I'm waiting on him
sick.
though.
Yeah, same thing, dude. I got
All right.
so much sponsors lined up for PAX East.
Do you want to go, Hassan?
No.
Okay.
Was the turn needed towards microphone?
No, it wasn't. He just
No, it is. Otherwise, you really
thinking about Squad W.
Can you hear it from here?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's usually shitty.
It's way better when you.
No, it was
speak
like a little like hair wave. I was like, oh, okay. Like you're like, fuck no, I wouldn't want to go. I'm already on Superior West Coast.
No, not at all. I don't even know when it is. I probably wouldn't be able to go regardless, but.
West Coast is superior. Amen.
Not really.
Damn, bro, you got fucking Twitch Prime subscribers who've been subscribed for 34 months, dude. Holy shit.
And I got some boys.
I saw
that
a 50
are,
month earlier. I thought.
How long is your longest?
I have like about 10 to 11 month ones who've been subbed streakful since May 2013.
What's the streak?
And now they're at 70 months. They reached 70
fuck,
this
dude.
month.
Damn.
Do you have like a 4-year or like a 3 or 4 year icon?
I have a 5 and a 6 year.
Oh fuck.
I gotta make a 7 and an 8. So they're gonna hit that real soon.
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. I mean, it's also nuts that I've been on this fucking platform for almost a year.
Yeah, time flies, man. It's crazy.
Feels like way longer.
Especially when you're spending 6 hours a day on Twitch.
The grind.
Okay.
Man.
I believe everyone is good to go. Hassan, if you look in the bottom right, you have new abilities called Channel Divinity. Those are specifically for your oath. So we'll read over them to see what they do.
Can I do a noob tap out here and just ask for your suggestions on which are viable level 2 spells that I should be taking?
For a bard?
Yeah.
Sure.
I can ask my viewers too if you want, like later when I hang out, and then I can throw them in the D&D team group.
Wait, I thought I saw a Reddit post where you didn't do your paladin homework or some shit.
Oh, I did it. It's alright.
Yeah. So don't act like you're gonna do some
listen,
work outside.
I had 2 fucking papers to do, and he wanted me to write a 300 goddamn page or a 300 word fucking essay. Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what the fuck I'm saying. Okay. It got figured out. My other campaign, I got to do fucking work.
Oh, shit.
Wait, that's real? That's like a legitimate thing that
he made me. Yeah, he did.
Why'd you have to do it?
Why did he make you do that?
I had to like preach the goodwill of my God, and I had to write a paper on it.
Oh my god, that's
Actually, one day you start giving me homework. I'm fucking out. You can get like paid for this from someone else who can sub in for me. I
don't like making more work for my players if I don't have to. So no worries on that end.
Good.
Damn. I like how chat's roasting you now about like how epically hard a 300-word essay is now.
It was I mean, I literally did it during the D&D thing. It's not hard at all. It's just like I forgot about it.
That's insane. I mean,
I just forgot about it. I got a lot of shit going on in my life.
One time,
little Steve,
my DM made me do a 30-syllable essay, and that shit was fucking terrible, man.
If you're not doing 8 pages for your D&D group, you're not really committed.
So, as far as suggestions for second level spells for bards,
yes,
I like enhance ability. I like blindness, deafness.
Yes.
I would say the best one is probably hold
D's
person.
nuts.
Hold person?
Yes.
It's
Is that-
Ligma.
Is that like Shikamaru? Can I like
The
hold
best one's
somebody?
Ligma, dude.
Basically, yeah, you're pulling a Shikamaru on people.
Oh,
Wait,
I
Hasana, you want a
definitely
DM?
want the Shikamaru, dude. Are you
I didn't hear
That
what
sounds
you
like
said.
some
Cut out.
fucking anime shit. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Are you
What a
guys
drag.
going to
Dude, what a
DNYC?
drag, Sheckles.
I don't know what you're saying.
The last
E-
anime I watched was fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
It's a
Wait,
it's
no one
DNYC.
Naruto? Hold on. What?
No,
Naruto's great.
I stopped watching cartoons when I was a fucking kid.
Oh, that came off a little harsh.
Yeah, because anime
Yeah.
people don't have a soul.
I just finished
So-
Steins Gate. Did you
As
see
far
Steins
as-
Gate, Hassan? Oh, sorry.
As far as spells are concerned, if you want the GM's suggestions for spells, it would probably
Yeah.
be hold person, and for another second level spell, probably suggestion would be good.
Suggestions where I can change someone's mind on something?
Yes.
My persuasion skill is so high, though.
Well, if you have full confidence in your persuasion skill, because suggestion is more than just persuading somebody. It's like if somebody is going to attack you, you can make a suggestion, make them like,
Oh, Jedi mind trick. You talking
Yeah.
about a Jedi mind trick?
yeah,
Hell yeah, give me Jedi. I'll take Jedi mind trick and fucking the Shikamaru shadow, baby. Let's go.
okay. And I believe that's everyone good to go. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Weeps must go to Gulag. Yikes.
Just bring up Flim-flam in your spell list. So
Wait.
hold person-
Harkdan.
Dan's talking about how he's gonna
Hey.
fucking send Weaves to the gulag. Look at him, dude. LARPing.
Yeah, wait. I gotta ask here. Do you want me to debate you on the morality of ethno states or just the particular weebless ethno states?
Yeah, I think creating an ethno state where you have to pass a test if you like anime or not would be. I
Wait,
think
why
would
would that be an ethno state, Dan?
Well, like I think people who like anime probably have some genetic differences in them than people who don't, and I think it'd be good to get them out of the country as soon as possible.
Wow.
Sorry, needed to be said.
That's
You
the
know what?
nuclear take.
All the guys in chat right now who know that they hate anime, you're thinking the same thing. You see people are like, "Oh, I love that anime," and you're like, "I don't fucking get it, man. The fuck is wrong with this guy? Why does he like anime so much?" I'll tell you why. You can't explain it. There's something wrong with them. Something deep inside. Some fucking wires got crossed. I don't know what it is.
I
Some
can't believe
extra
this
growth.
dude is literally on Twitch talking shit about anime to this level. Like, I mean, I like to meme it up and say like, oh yeah, weebs get the wall, haha, shit like that every now and then. But like, goddamn, dude.
Hey man,
Well, I'm actually nicer.
All I would say is cartoons and anime allow creative minds to explore places in like a very consistent way that's still not available to filmmakers. Like CGI is great and all, but you can tell in any film when something's being faked. In a cartoon or anime, because you conflate the two, a creator is only bound to the power of his imagination, and he can tell stories that you can
And
never
what
tell.
Will is talking about is, of course, titties.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Hell
Flim-flam,
yeah,
you are
boy.
correct.
Big
I agree.
bulbous.
Hentai is
Wow,
fucking
dude.
amazing. Go on, please. I was gonna say the same thing actually. That's on.
Will, are
You
you,
know what, Dan?
excited for you was at the club, bottoms up when I first met you tonight? Are you ready for that? Because I'm going to be
You was
blasting
at
that all
the
night
club.
tonight.
Bottles up when I first met you. Are you gonna do that at Dan's house?
Oh my God, yes. Wait. Anyway, sorry to sidetrack the conversation, but our friend is day of birth is here.
Oh, nice. How old is he?
My age, so 28. Like he's turning 28.
You brought it up. I don't know why you looked at me.
No, I was thinking. I was like,
oh,
what the
okay.
fuck?
That's his
don't know.
thinking face.
Hey, it's coming, man. That big dirty 30. That's all the boys told me about whenever I hit that.
Nothing
Hey,
wrong
man,
with
look,
nothing
look.
wrong with 30. Nothing wrong with 35.
Steve taught me that it's okay to fucking let your freak flag fly and fuck 19-year-olds and even travel all the way to New Zealand if you want to do that. So
Across the world,
I'm excited, dude. I'm excited to be 30 so I can be just like Stephen Bonnell II.
Well, you should definitely take your advice. He's very consistent on what he preaches across the board.
Oh, damn. Harkdan fucking wrecked, dude. Destiny got destroyed in this debate.
All right, let's do outro.
Please do.
Yeah, I agree. I'm fucking.
Hey, y'all.
I'm ready to go pass the fuck out. I'm so fucking tired.
Let me start again every time by thanking Lundy. Holy, this DM is wild, and we're all baby boomers. But hey, thanks for coming and watching. I'm gonna start streaming again. I promise. I know I always say that, but I actually will. I'm gonna get that going after the fourth thing I have to finish, and then I'm back on quite a bit.
Has hundreds of subs. Just stop streaming.
Right.
God X, dude.
So anyway, but thank you, and it's such a pleasure to be able to have fun with you guys, and I can't wait till next week. See you then.
Yep. Okay, I'll go next. I'm Beast Boy. I'm tri-hex, which try hard. Come catch me doing my sick gamer skills. I'm getting on that Yoshi's Island. I'm excited for that new Yoshi for the Nintendo Switch coming out in exactly 2 weeks. So I will see you all for that. That'll be super mega fucking awesome dope. I'm gonna give you guys a super hard read here. Coming October 2019, I'm gonna be happily tagging along with my BFF IRL boyfriend, friend, not gay friend, Hassan, and probably try to go to Politicon if he's going and ride with him.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck, dude, I wanted to go last year, but I was like...
Wait, I don't even know when it is. They haven't asked me to participate this year.
Well, last year...
I assume it would be like October like it was last year, but if it... But we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, they'll probably ask.
Trihex, did you watch the tape from last year?
Politicon?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did I see Tucker get fucking triggered as fuck? Yes, dude. Oh, my God.
Bro, so I'm in the audience filming.
Wait, you were there? You were there?
I was next to his uncle, dude. I'm next to Cheng. And, dude, I'm sitting there, and Cheng goes, "How much do you make, Charlie? How much do you fucking make?" And Charlie just goes, "What if every day is a goddamn capitalist, dude?" It was really the funniest thing I've ever.
No, I saw it. Dude. It was on camera.
I'm holding Cheng because Cheng wants to storm.
I can't believe you were there, dude. That's amazing.
It was the funniest thing I've ever been a part of.
Will has like unreleased footage behind the scenes that we've never even looked at. I don't even know where it is.
Dude, I gave all that footage to TYT and they never touched it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, their editor asked for it day one.
Oh,
dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I saw Charlie like get up like he was gonna do something. I'm like, you're not gonna fucking do anything, dude. Like, shut up.
It's incredible.
He's such a bitch, dude.
He is,
really
dude.
Is. I mean, it's great. I can't wait to fucking debate his little bitch ass again.
Do you feel?
Nah, dude. Yo, I guarantee you, your next Politicon debate is you and Candace Owens. Guarantee it.
Dude, there's no way. There's no way, dude. Didn't Candace like back out of a debate at Politicon?
Yeah, Candace Owens would get fucking wrecked. At least Charlie knows
she would get wrecked, but that's exactly the debate she would take, dude. Exactly the debate she would take.
I don't know, dude.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see on that one, dude. But I don't know. Like,
I mean, now that I've been getting wrecked by train wrecks, I don't even know. Politicon might be like, we're rescinding our invitation because you've been destroyed.
Yeah, it's Hassan v Train Rex.
Well,
would you like me, by the way, to make an NPC named Tyler Rex? If you,
I mean,
I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that.
That's his mortal enemy. That's his sword of vengeance.
Oh my God! Why did you do this, MrMouton? You're so terrible.
I live by the meme and die by the meme, baby.
Hey, I have to agree with that, man. Live and die by it.
Yeah, except now, like, it's gonna be a bigger thing, and like, I'm sure some of his fans are like here already.
They're already fucking mad about everything. Quad
yeah,
W in the chat, boys.
Yeah.
So let's make some content out of it.
Yeah,
dude.
fuck it.
Tyler Rex. Tyler Rex.
You're gonna get Tyler Rex. It's gonna happen. Sorry. It's the people have spoken.
I
think 9 saw it. Like, I'm literally out the door after this.
Oh fuck! All right, Chris is getting here in 35 minutes.
Oh, you're fucked. All right, guys, we're out of here.
Yep, sounds good. Have a good one, everybody. It's a fun week.
Wait, Sheckelstein's got to do his outro.
Sheckelstein.
Oh, I didn't do an outro, dude.
I didn't either.
Neither did I.
Oh, do them quick. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm Harkdan. You can follow me on Twitch there or Twitter at DDL. If you have an iPhone, please check out the latest app that I created. You can go to getsaunter.com, SAUNTER. It's basically a location tracking app for yourself. And yeah, that's it.
I am Big Lundy. I have been the DM. I appreciate everybody's patience with me when it comes to prep spellcasters, because that is not something that I have a too terribly much experience in as far as 5e is concerned. And if you would like to learn more about the real life man that the great Alphonse is based off of, the great Antonio, I do have a podcast on SoundCloud called Cool Cucumber. Would like to go take a look at that.
The cool what?
The Cool Cucumber Club.
I'm in. I'm listening.
And that is a dumb little podcast I do with my friends on Discord. So
Awesome.
Man, you gotta drop that. You gotta drop the link in there, man. I'm trying to find a story to plug it.
Yeah.
Cool,
I'll do it.
Cool Cucumber Club.
Cool Cucumber podcast.
Yeah, I tried to find it. I couldn't find it.
It's also known as the Goat Pen. There we go.
Cool. There you go, boys. Check it out.
Yeah, well, our DM doesn't also assign homework for us, so
it's even cooler than him. Yeah, normal.
Yeah. I wasn't aware that was a thing. Jesus fucking Christ.
The only homework that I would assign is just to know what you're capable of doing. That's about it.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Guess what, Big Lundy? We're capable of doing anything.
If you put your mind to it, hell yeah.
You can fly twice as high.
Butterfly in the sky.
If you missed previous episodes, you can go to my YouTube. I throw them all up there. YouTube.com/MrMouton. Follow it, sub it, whatever. Thanks.
Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Ah!
I forget the whole song. It's been a while. Also, I can't unhear the DMX remix, sadly. Like, y'all never heard of it before?
I don't know what you guys are talking about. The We Was at the Club, Bottoms Up When I First Met You, is the song of a generation.
Amen.
Like, once every decade, maybe once every century, you get a song and it just changes everything. And this is that song.
Oh no.
Am I crazy?
No, I have never heard it, to be honest.
Hates being sober. Anyway, that's
Is that your outro?
that's the Boy West Coast. I just want to give a quick shout out to the Boy West Coast for doing an incredible lip sync to the best song I've ever heard. Give a quick shout out to TikTok for putting out amazing content on the platform. I want to give a quick shout out to the Squad W homies. Whole lot of gang shit. And that's it. I'm Hasanabi. You can find me on Twitch.
I like that. You gave out the shout out to Squad W and the incels at the same time.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Awesome.
All right, I think we're done. Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye, all.
Bye.
Yeah, everybody.
You